I don't know what's going on with game capture, so instead we've got this now. And I have to shrink her down pretty significantly to lock her in. I don't know what's going on with my game capture, but hey, you have the FPS thing now, so you can watch how that changes. I am also going to be naming this display capture in my OBS the nuclear option, because I really should not have to do this. Okay. Oh, this remix still has like a minute and a half to go. I'm not actually going to cut it off early because it's way too good to do that too. But at least the stream's working now, kind of. That's good. It only took me 13, almost 14 minutes. That's super cool. There's a button to call him to me. There it is. Oh, I didn't realize that the eye ends up against us when he does that. Yeah, it's an eye. And it's like weirdly flexible and kind of actually eye-like, and I hate that considering a die normally is very solid. Hey, I asked Dicey to come to me, and Dicey chose to go that direction. That's Dicey's choice. I didn't make Dicey do that side. Alright. Now I don't feel bad for cutting off the song early. Song is over. We can play the game. Very annoyed by game capture not working right now. Alright. I need to remember my buttons really badly. But also, I'm sure...
I've been feeling...
Oh.
It's gone. I don't know. Something's still missing. But Dicey,
I'm sure
I know
I'm not going to
right
actually be able
direction.
to do much controlling until we get further in.
Whoa. It's not like anything I've seen before.
Is that cardboard or tin?
Ah! Oh no!
Oh.
No!
Hello.
Okay, I don't think they spotted us.
Is it really? That's fine. Yeah, for some reason my game capture is not working, and I don't know why. It has just
Still
died.
right,
It will not work,
but
and
it's
this is
gotta
my
be
only
the
option is
place.
display capturing,
The
so
Grand Gate to
it is what it is.
Sixtopia.
Alright. That's that. Cool. Dash. It's been a few days, so I always feel like I need to re-remember these. Roll a 6. Infinitely funnier if it just didn't.
Huh? What? What happened here?
Happily ever after.
Is
That's
this
a
really
disgusting
it?
name for this.
Maybe this is like a fake Sixtopia, meant to confuse invaders or something?
Hey, that is a tactic in war. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that I'd have to be concerned about when alt-tabbing that anyone's gonna see, you know? You would see, like, my NVIDIA control panel, which is no longer called that. Chat. We're safe, it's fine. Well, fake Sixtopia still has places for me to get money. That's cool. I think we're like, what, 2 or 3 cards away from having bought them all? So when Manny Dex inevitably shows up here, I think I'm about to have enough to purchase those last cards. We have at least one of every type of card. So it's just buying the remaining multiples. Cool. How much do I have to run through here? Hello?
I don't believe this! Sixtopia is supposed to be this whole wondrous place that grown-ups have been telling us about since the day we were born! And it's fake! It's all a lie! What is going on? None of this makes sense.
Oh, I don't like that. I thought we were gonna have to fight that. Invisible wall? There we go. I don't want to miss any money spots. I think there would only be like 1 to 2 max, so I can't imagine they would have us searching around this whole area for like 5 spots. Okay. It is ominously quiet, but I actually really fuck with that. That they've purposely not put any music in yet.
Oh, Stu, what mischief have you gotten yourself into this time? It's classic Stu.
No, it's an actual person. Okay.
Now, Annabelle, Good morning, lovelies. Good morning, Charles. Why don't you look handsome today? Oh, heck, I'm just the same old man I always was, but bless your heart for lying, lovelies. Oh, you're here too, Albert.
Hey,
Yeah,
Elliot,
Albert.
I'm a big, stupid cardboard person, and I'm Charles's least favorite because I'm a mean, stupid idiot who falls apart all the time.
Well, that's rude of you,
Yes,
Albert.
We're all familiar with your whole deal.
Excuse me, Charles?
Doesn't actually say anything. Okay.
We've been here for 60 years. You
Yes, we
want to
have.
know what's going
Oh,
on by
okay.
now.
Thanks for that one,
Yeah, what
Ashley.
is?
Appreciate that.
Though, of course, not much
Ugh.
actually does go
There we go.
on here.
Hermie, what's up?
You stand around and I fix you when you fall
She jumped
apart.
right up
Easy.
on
Easy,
the desk,
easy.
immediately slapped 3 paws on keyboard, and managed to do something. I have no idea how she did, frankly. But now that means I'm stuck in the uncomfortable chair until I find a moment to swap back over, because she was previously, I should say, in my actual desk chair.
Cutouts? Why, that's a fine way to refer to yourself.
No, that sounds like a
Don't
depressing way to
be
refer to yourself.
rude. Besides, would a cardboard cutout start talking to me?
You know what I
5
just
years
realized?
into my job here?
His
It
beard
would
is his
not.
mop.
And since you lovelies have been talking to me every day since, let's just say I know you're all more than what you seem. Even if Albert here keeps losing his head over this.
Huh, you love it.
Of course you are, obviously. You're all real here.
No, we're real. If we were fake, could my head fall off all the time?
Oh, no, no, no. Don't you dare, Albert. I've had enough of that for today by far. Alone? Ha! I'm surrounded by friends here. There's Bedelia, Claude 2, Snugglebuns,
Shout out
8-Ball,
Claude
Big
2.
Tony, Little Tony, Average Tony,
Big Tony, Little
the
Tony.
hated Albert. Boingy Woingy, Peanut Butter and Jam, they're twins.
Didn't we meet Big
Don,
Tony, Little
Donner,
Tony?
Donist,
Or was that
Don
Big
Ultimate,
Red? Something.
Don Penultimate, Don Ultra Penult, Don... Well, I don't need to tell you their names. We've all been here forever.
We met a big and a little in the second area that were 2 parts of the same person. I remember that. What's your earliest memory?
You don't talk like the others, do you?
Legally, I'm
Sure
not supposed
doesn't.
to.
Should we be suspicious, Charles? I'm very suspicious.
No, it's okay. It's fine to be curious, lovelies. My earliest memory.
It's when my head first fell off 40 years ago.
Dang, Albert.
No, it's when me and Patty Cakes got married 50 years ago.
Has Puppet's voice changed like 3 times?
No, it was when I was young. Just a child, really. The nanny came for me in that chariot that walked like a spider. She dropped me here, told me my only task in life was to take care of these props. She said my fate was never to be anything more than a forgotten janitor.
Yikes.
And then she disappeared. She never came back. But all I've done for every day of my life since then was live here alone, so profoundly alone, surrounded only by these parodies of life, mocking me
This is
every
depressing.
hour of every day with their ageless faces and painted on smiles, and or so I thought. But then 5 years into it, y'all started talking to me, and you've never stopped since.
And now you're an old man surrounded by friends who'll never die.
I sure am, lovelies. Ain't that a blessing? Why, I must be the luckiest guy in the whole world. Woohoo!
Nanny's never come back based
The
on what he
nanny?
said.
No, not in any way that counts. That's true. Her chariot goes by sometimes, but it only goes up to the tower. Up there.
We hear nothing. How can
But
they
what's
be
the
so
point in keeping
quiet?
this guy here as a janitor?
They're
Like, what does that
enjoying
do for
quiet,
them?
Fun times, Albert, and that's all I will hear on the subject. Then she's playing. Wait. What?
It's never.
Maybe. Tell me. Now, lovely, I learned long ago it's best not to make promises to yourself you can't keep.
Oof.
Now, where have I heard that name before? Oh, yes! Odd! The Queen graced us with her presence not too long past, and she had a girl with her. Odd, she called her.
And she was already wearing the
Wore
mask.
A white mask, I remember.
She looked strange.
Strangely happy, yes, as are we all. They didn't have time to acknowledge any of us, of course. She's very busy, but they went out that way, right through there. Well, I won't stop you, cardboard lady. And hey, say hi to the Queen for me.
Can do,
Remind
janitor.
her I'm here. I'm still here.
What did he do 60 years ago before he had a beard like that and he was still a kid? Where exactly did he get, like, did he have a mop at that point and this is just what replaced it? His beard on a stick? Or...
It's horrible. Like glaciers made out of
glaciers? Huh?
bear. Don't get it on you,
That's a
both.
Britishism.
This must be it. The tower. What's inside there, Dicey?
The ghost is back?
I can just feel it. She has to be.
Ah, thank goodness I can get stopped on the rock. Oh, there's the ghost. Hi. Long time no see, friend. AK, it's been since last stream.
We've come so far, haven't we?
There's
But
some money.
I still don't know for sure what you want me to do.
There's Manny.
Here, mate, let's trade cards.
How are you everywhere?
Cards on the table. This is a bit outside my normal rounds, and not at all what I was expecting. But now you're here, and Manidex is playing a sympathy card. You've got to buy something, mate. Please. Oh, Manny doesn't try to understand the world. All I understand is cards. And I understand now that perhaps you're looking to trade. You never know who's listening, mate. Now,
Oh.
let's trade and forget all about any treasonous thoughts, eh?
Of course, of course. Oh my god, we're 18 away from the final card. Oh, that's brutal. That's the final card that we need to buy in the game. We need to find 18 coins or whatever the hell they're called. I must do this before we finish the game. Oh, hey. Forgot, those are a thing you could be collecting. Okay. Are any of you gonna spawn shards? Thank you. This is the only one. Like, hello? I kinda need that to participate. I will say that is my greatest issue with combat, is sometimes you just don't have enemies spawning any of the shards to charge up your deck, which is a little ridiculous. I can shoot those? What the hell? That's news. Alright, time trap. We only rolled a 1. That's a little brutal. I want these two. Grab that. Bonk. Roll again. We rolled a 4 this time. That's good. Definitely want poison. Give me that. This isn't good. It's actually blocked by the enemy? That's a little... I don't think that's intentional, but that's fine. It is what it is. Perfect. Can I not place it on this bridge at all? Dude, really? Sucks for you if that's your entire strategy, I guess. Cough. Bonk. Fools. Bonk. Ah, yes, I forgot I can be shot by my own traps. I still don't actually really agree with that design decision. But it is what it is. Play that. Crystal Curse, please. Definitely save that. $100 coins. We can officially buy the last card. Game heard me, and now I don't have to worry about this. That's an achievement done as well once we grab it. There we go. All cards has been bought. He made me a very rich cupboard. You could like push that a little to the left, but yeah, good chatting, Manny. Thanks for your service, I guess. Now how? I'm guessing to get to that I have to go all the way around. Okay, let's do that before I commit to hopping down that ledge that I inevitably can never turn back up on. I wonder what the earliest you could have purchased all of the cards is. And how much, like, extra farming it would take to do that. There's 2 paths. 3 paths, arguably? I'm guessing this just loops around. Yes. Okay. So there's, realistically speaking, 1 path. The ghost is this way. Okay, maybe I do have to go hop down that ledge first. If the ghost is this way, that's not the way I want to go. That'll precede the story, and I want the page that they're taunting me with. There's no chance there's just a random ledge over here, right? No. But it did save game for me. Twice, so that's cool. There's just an invisible save barrier that I'm walking past. Top down ledge. Yep, I was like, there's gonna be a fight here, I guarantee it. What is this? I don't know what that did. A little concerned with the... Wow, I rolled a 1 again, are you serious? That's brutal. Okay, save that, save that. At least I'll be able to do poison damage in the meantime. Yeah, okay. No dodge. I don't know what this crystal's doing. Monologue, what's up? Why do I keep rolling 1s? What's up with that game? Save both of those. At least I have a weapon this time. That just phased through the enemy? Hello? Okay. Yeah, man. Good dodge. Revenge for eye pokes. Yeah, I guess so. I cannot roll a good number right now. I have the ability to roll up to 6 now. Like, we have all of the numbers. And I can't roll above a 2. Give me those. Alternate. Because I'm just cheesing on accident now. Come on. Oh my god. Okay. That's not gonna help me too much right now. This is gonna fade before it's super useful, but... I'm not really being given a good opportunity to fight back. I knew I was going to be stuck in the corner. Don't know why I dodged that way. Come on. Wouldn't be surprised if this crystal is keeping me from rolling anything higher. So initially, Dicey only starts off with 1 and 2. As you go through the game, you get the pips to increase what Dicey can roll, which is just a big part of the story. Because you have to roll certain things to get through the world. So yeah, initially 1 and 2, and then you get 5 and 6 pretty close to each other to the point where it barely matters that you didn't have both of them. So yeah, I have the ability to roll all 6 numbers now, and the game just won't let me for some reason. I'm not trying to edit my deck game. Hello? Tell me when I hit that button. Wow, there's a 6. It only took this long into the fight. That's great. Give me all of the things, please. I need a dodge for durability now. Thank you. Apparently it didn't actually do that. Fair enough. Thank you, Blacksmith's Blade. We got a big boy. I didn't even see I was supposed to dodge that. Stop dodging and try to hit me, please. Thank you. Only a 3. Alright, then. Smart man would heal right now. I am not a smart man. I am a greedy one, though. Any crystal, thank you. Why, hello there. Hello? Did I have a warning on that attack, or... Okay, I desperately need to heal now. Thank you. We have a weapon again. That's good. Save that. There are a few speedruns of this game. When I had initially checked it out years ago, there was a one person. That enemy is so frustrating. I think these days, last I had checked, there was like 4 or 5. Yeah, okay. I effectively have to have a bow and arrow against the electrified knights. It's really, there's no counterplay otherwise. I think it's kind of ridiculous. Try not to get stuck on me, Dicey. Shoot some poison for me. It's missing them? Are you serious? That enemy's only how large and you're still missing too? By the time I can ever swing, the electricity's back, so it defeats the purpose. And then because he walks in the general vicinity and this is an AoE weapon, I just take damage for free. It's so fun. Dicey, go over there, please. Give me that. 3rd, 4th time's charm, please. I like that because Ashling's head is on the corner of my keyboard. I can see it flicking between the inputs of controller and the... Nice. Keyboard. Actually finish my sentence sometimes. There we go. We got the weapon we need for this stupid knight. Good. No dodge? Okay. Stream is a little rough so far. Game's not really playing with me. And also I had to spend the first 5 minutes just finagling my way around OBS not working for some reason as well. I think it's a bit of a cursed stream today. Come on. Alright, one of our problems is done. And we rolled a 6. Thank God. You there. You there. Save that. Shoot. Okay, it is doing damage to him. At first I thought it was glitching and it wasn't working at all. Go, Dicey. Thank you. He's a little stuck. Hello? Let's just... There we go. I'm gonna put this right over here. Pin those two. Yep, had a feeling.
No, far from it.
As soon as I went over and started to swing, and I was like, you know, with my luck, the poison trap's gonna go off and explode the moment I start time again. Lo and behold, things appear fine. Curse broken. I mean, it's working now, but it's jury rigged. And also, again, the game's not working with me now is the bigger problem. That was an absolutely scuffed combat. Aisling, please. Never mind, come here. I didn't realize that would fill you up. Wow, a 1. Great. That does nothing for me. Okay, maybe the trap build's not going to work anymore. It was destroying until this area for some reason. Nothing has changed besides my luck just turning to absolute garbage. There we go. That's a better roll. No weapons, though, so that's not helpful entirely. Save that. Any crystals to break? There's none there. Thank you for stabbing your ally. Always a fan of that. Do not hit my dice, though. Not cool. Here. Would love a weapon. Really would. You know what? For the sake of actually using some of the cards, do that. Use these poisoned. Either of you want. There we go. I tell you to go that direction, so you instead cling to my back. Great, love it. Hey, we have a weapon. We have two, actually. Save that one, save that one. Give me the bow. Eat. Dodge again. I know you're going to. Thank you. Nice hit. Come here, bud. 4, give me that. Give me poison, please. Save that. Waiting for him to try stabbing again. You're gonna get hit one of these days, bud. Enemy, please. God. Scuffed. Okay, yep. Well, he's gonna take damage from explosion, so that's cool. I think I'm gonna rework my deck after this for today's luck, because I don't think I'm gonna have a great time otherwise. You. Nice try. AoE is gonna get me hurt. Yep, very cool. Perfect. Give me that. 3 is perfect to set up the combo if I didn't multi-click and screw myself out of it. He was taking a lot less damage last round, so that's weird. I see you're gonna be the one that goes over there. I will take damage and die if I walk over to that. There we go. Right on top of him, please. Teehee. There it is. Aiming this boy is a little rough from time to time. The weapons look so much stronger. It depends, because like the sword is ass. You have to... The weapons are intended to be used a lot more than I'm choosing to. There was an achievement that I got last stream that was specifically for for winning a combat without using weapons. And that was when I started testing a bunch of the traps. Like, this dumb combo of a cannon firing off at this D8 was great. It did, like, way better than I anticipated, and I was just like, you know what, that's actually kind of funny. Let's, like, stick with that. And honestly, it's been perfectly fine up until now. I don't know what's going on with this combat in particular, or this area, but it's suddenly not functioning very well. To the point where I don't really have a choice but to rework it, because I'm going to have a bad time otherwise. But yeah. I mean, the weapons are intended to be leaned on a lot more than I'm choosing to. The hammer's the best one, and simultaneously the worst. The sword is only good when you've summoned it twice, because then it actually has damage. Prior to that, you're slapping them with a toothpick, and that sucks. Well, I want the bow. This bow is incredibly good, and unfortunately I can't get it right now, so let's just heal for safety, I guess. Probably shouldn't stand next to that. You can, though. It's gone now.
Get him, Dicey!
Okay, this is over. Are you healing? Oh my god, that's what that fucking thing does. It heals them. That explains so much. Okay, yeah, we're definitely reworking our diet. This is just not doing what I need it to anymore. We have 5 slots to work with. It's good because when you put them down next to each other, they're on just enough of a timer that most enemies will get knocked down by it, and the moment they stand back up, it fires again, which is really good. It's more for the fact that they just get comboed in like infinitely until it runs out in 30 seconds than it doing enough damage, and in that time I can usually pelt away at them and just cast more shit. But did not work at all for what I was doing here, and it's just not worth finagling with it anymore, so I'd rather just move on. Is there anything else that I've tested that I liked? I didn't particularly care for this, but at the same time, I am starting to send Dicey out enough that it's probably worth it. I have not used this one yet, so we'll test it, but I'll probably end up going to Dice Slice in the end. I would love another Rule Master's bow, honestly. I think if I'm going to use the lance, I shouldn't bother with the hammer. Yeah, let's do that, and then we'll still put a Dice Slice in there. Well, son of a gun. Was that just an optional combat for the sake of optional combat? Was it just a, hey, here's one of your last chances to get cash to buy cards, even though I have all of the cards? I feel like I need to reinvestigate this. Did I miss something here? There's nothing just magically hiding on the outskirts, right? This was just an optional area for the sake of it. Okay, cool. Good to know. That still doesn't solve my issue of not getting the damn page. Alright then. This doesn't... It does! Okay, that's why. I didn't see that this was there because it was locked off when I was in combat last time. Cool. Give me the page. Thank you. Collectibles that realistically mean nothing. Crossing over does nothing. Just go through. Because inevitably it just leads out here anyways. Cross there. Hello. What is hiding here? Is it literally just that? I can't actually cross. I cannot. Okay. Fair enough. Is that the sound of a plane?
Don't fall. Don't
robots.
fall.
Okay.
Don't.
I mean, if you want to guarantee you don't fall, just
It's the sudden stop
crawl.
at the end that I'm worried about, Dicey. feel it too, Dicey. You get close to it, and it's like every bone in your body is warning you to keep away. It
Hi, Ghost.
smells like... That's exactly it.
Doom.
Death.
Dicey speaks Dicey language, but for some reason we can hear it.
Almost like it's living, or used to be alive.
Oh shit, this is the goo they pump through the pipes everywhere. We still don't know what it is, though. What's so confusing to me is that they choose to have Dicey speak its own little blurb of language, and simultaneously don't translate it in captioning. It just has its own whatever the hell the person wanted to type up. Meanwhile, there's a shit ton of NPCs that speak their own language that we perfectly understand, but their language is translated in the captions. So it's an inconsistent choice, and I don't know why that is, and I don't like it. They're dumb robots. They can't hear us. They don't have ears. Old Sextopia. It's an interesting choice, and you can tell they chose to do that because it's like, haha, comedic funny to have Dicey say like the most off-the-wall shit that you don't actually get to read and only interpret through how Even responds to it. And occasionally, like, Dicey does, in its captioning, have shit that you can read. Like, names and stuff or particular words will come up and it's blatantly one for one, like, what it's attempting to say. Even though it's never anywhere near what it actually sounds like. But, yeah, I would prefer they just kept it consistent, that all NPCs that don't speak English just were translated in captions proper instead of the choice that they did with Dicey. Because Dicey's the only exception to that rule. All of the other NPCs that speak another language, you can understand them through captioning because it's captioned in proper English. Dicey's just a weird exception for the sake of it. Can I just skip combat? That's the whole point here? Oh, it's for a storybook. Perfect. So, I don't know. It's weird. I don't agree with it, but it's not like the end of the world with my enjoyment of the game, because I don't care about that part too much in the first place. I don't want to say, like, I don't enjoy that part, because I really enjoy this game so far. I think the combat's kick-ass. It's a really fun concept to the point. It's, like, really fun concept, and I can see why they're choosing to make a roguelike next, because I think it's going to translate stupidly well as long as they don't mess with it too much. I think it'll probably translate better in the game demo that we're going to test, depending on how quickly we beat this, than it does in the actual game itself. Like, this original, I should say. Go through. You can hit your allies, thank you. You are the only one that is a problem. I have to keep a constant eye on you. Shoot your ally, or don't. Somehow he shot through all of them and got me. Don't know how. Didn't get the dodge. Cool. Dicey need those. That's exactly why I want Dice Slice now, because that'll be really good. Now that I'm actually moving Dicey a lot more. Wow, look at that. Now would be an amazing time for this. Give me that. Give me that. Roll the 2. I can empower it. Save this for later. Okay, yeah. This is why I don't like the ranged enemies. They just constantly ruin everything I'm doing. You need to get out of here, bud. Sure. Through you, full hands. Low enough that the game is warning me, which I don't care for. Give me poison, save these. Bye. Move before he accidentally slaps me. I always have to be aware of their stupid spin. That's like the one I'm constantly dodging for. Please give me enough for the bow. Thank you. That's like actually exactly what we need. And then we'll save Crystal Curse. Yeah, who would have thought using the weapons is infinitely more efficient. We have a big boy. Smalls. I'm hoping to roll one more lance, because I would like to re-up this duration. got 4. I do have 2 swords, though. I don't know why they let me do this. So, yeah, that's so confusing. Also turning incredibly slowly. What are you doing here? Thank you. That's such a confusing choice. Okay, I think we're better off just doing this. So Dice Slice, which I finally added in. I used it last stream, I want to say, and I didn't like it. So we just have like a little thing attached to us now, and wherever Dicey goes, if it walks through stuff, it eventually will tick damage on them. But for some reason, when you spawn it initially, when you draw the card and use it, you move Dicey around, but it doesn't trigger damage initially, like during slowed time, because then it would kick you out of it. So instead, you just move him around for him just to walk back to you, which feels like a really awkward oversight. Because it's just, why is it doing this? Oh, that's a lot of boys. Yeah, glad I have Rule Masters right now. Cast immediately. Ooh, we get to test the cannon? I have not used this cannon before, and I'm super curious. Do it. Okay, so it's literally just my bow, but targeted to an area. Got it. I don't hate that. I don't think it's what I'm going to stick with, but I don't hate it. Keep going. Read that, up that. Re-up that. Save you. And now because I've cast my sword twice while the duration of the first one still exists, it's empowered. It re-ups the entirety of its durability, and it's empowered. But there was only one enemy left, so it hardly matters. The sword at base, like, cast sucks. When it's been upped, it's actually tolerable. It's not great, but it's cheap, and that's what its benefit is. To the point where it's probably better I just get rid of the cannon and add a third sword for just consistency's sake. Which is there. You have made changes. I'm aware. Never really liked main character understands a language, but that language isn't translated to the player. I can't think of many games where that's a common trope is the thing. And the only reason I think it's a trope in this game is because they're a little childish. Which, to be fair, we were playing like a 10 or 11-year-old who only just turned 12 within the canon of the story. Seymour!
Seymour!
I actually think this game, like, it's such a dumb comment, but I think the game would have benested for being at least PG-13.
Alive!
Instead of, like, pure PG. E for everyone.
Is that you even?
Seymour, what? They plucked all of your eyes.
Just resting my eyes.
Oh, thank God, they're just closed. Never mind.
Seymour, your eyes.
They didn't even care about a number. They just took all.
Oh, I was right. They did take them.
I'm gonna get you out.
Damn, that's fucked.
No, even you can't. There's too many. You'll never be able to. Bloody event.
Poor Seymour. Are we actually running or are we having combat? Pick one. What are we doing?
Can't believe it.
We don't want to stand within those crystals because they'll keep healing now that I've realized that. Of course they're electrified. Don't block my shots, please. Thank you. These electrified knights are the worst because you can't dodge through them, and if you hit them while they're electrified, you take damage, which is just terrible. And I have never figured out what exactly it is that triggers the electricity to start and stop. Because when it stops, it never stops for long enough. Blacksmith's Blink. Okay. Quick charge. I thought it was like knocking them down. I thought it was breaking their crystals. No, none of those are consistent. Thank you. Thank you. Now we have a gunner I have to worry about. Which at least I can do this in stop time. Oh, shit. Give me that. Empower it. Give me poison. Save both of these. We're immediately just ignoring all of them. I am walking straight up to that gunner. Hi, friend. You're going to regret that. The first time I haven't been interrupted while doing the lance charge attack. That's kind of insane. Go. No healing. Stop that. I wonder if I had a bomb, if it could break those crystals. I don't really mess with the bomb cards. They're super useful in my opinion. What I need now is the explosive bow, because it's just too good against the electrified knights. Crystal Curse. We're going to use that. I'm not even going to bother trying to reposition you for the sake of my sanity. You can just end. Thank you. There we go. See, it's electrifying. An occasion. I think it should be a constant tick, personally, instead of this occasional shit, but... I'm locked against the wall. This is horrible. There's another gunner. Are you serious? Also, I like that the shield guy's just been locked on the stairs the whole time. That's fun. Buddy, I need you to not. I'm just gonna do this preliminarily. Oh, perfect. I was to say at least a 2, but I'll take a 5. No complaints. Cast that. Thank you. Hold that. Put the D8 here for my own safety. I have to have a Rule Masters. I don't know how else to deal with these guys, honestly. Unless I have their allies with them. Oh, there we go. Didn't roll enough. Of course I didn't. Re-up that. Give me bow. How did I know you got too close? Oh my god, dude. Only a 2. Get out of my way. Alright, one of them is dead. Curse, super necessary. We don't need to re-up that. Give me that. Let's heal. Save that one. Maybe I replace Third Sword with Second Rule Masters. That's probably the better option at this point. Fill up. I forgot that when you draw him to you, he can knock things over. Quick draw. Blink isn't realistically gonna help us, but it doesn't hurt either. Of course, it immediately electrifies again. I hate you so much. Save both of those. I mean, I guess we can just re-up for the sake of it. Hello, really? Go there. See? You're the one locking me to this position to shoot. Why is that missing? Don't auto-aim me then. How about that? Let's go, Crystal's Curse. Thank you.
You're even tougher than I knew, even.
Thanks.
Nanny Fortuna happened to me, I'm afraid.
Are we gonna fight her again?
Forburg. Captured me, tried to get me to talk about you. But I didn't tell them anything even. Told them my name was Seymour, not Talkmore.
Smart ass, let's go.
That's when she started taking my eyes.
Again.
But what about you, even? I thought you were going home. What made you change your mind? Realized what?
See less.
You've got a good heart, even. The Queen, she's more powerful than you think.
Well, I'm sure.
From what I've overheard, your sister has changed. She won't be what you expect. Oh, I'm sorry.
He could be talking more. He is certainly
Oh,
talking more
this-
than he's seeing.
We adults messed up the world, and somehow it's been left to you to fix.
It's been left for a
child
12-year-old to
sent
fix.
face off against the most
Classic young adult
twisted and
novel.
dangerous being and random.
Or anime in some
It's
sense.
not right. I'm sorry I can't stop you, even. And I'm sorry I can't help.
Are we gonna have to get his eyes back again?
There is. Whatever's happened to your sister, I don't think it's gone all the way yet.
Yeah, Dicey, totally.
Just be careful. There's nothing I can do to help.
In that
you,
instance, we have no idea what he just
Especially-
said.
given my current condition. Oh, thank you.
That was an
Now,
awkward
all we have to
animation.
do is survive Nanny and the Queen and her minions, and we'll fix everything.
Okay, so we are
Let's
gonna have to
go.
fight the nanny again.
Hey, whoa.
Seymour, you're in no condition to fight. You need to rest.
So now his name is
Can't let you
C-Sum.
do it alone.
I'm not alone.
I have this walking
Seymour,
nuclear bomb.
When this is all over, there will always be a place for you in one town.
I'd like that even.
One town for one eye. Alright. Oh, look, another dice slice. That's what I need right now. Dice slice already ain't working out. It just doesn't tick often enough to be worth it. That's the unfortunate part of it. You can get rid of one sword. I want another Rule Master's bow, because it's just too good to pass up. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with the Electrified Knights. That's like my biggest thing right now. I think Crystal Curse and or the War Cannon. Like, one of those two, realistically, is probably my way to do it. Blink Attack is super good against everything except those Knights, and they keep spawning a lot of those Knights. Because if I try to blink through them, I take damage. What does the hand do? You spawn it, and it effectively just moves forward and hits things. It's okay. From my testing, it's okay. It's like the hand, Zahanda, and Four Towns Revenge are like the same concept of you spawn them and they just move forward, but they have to be comboed with other things to be really good, and that's generally like the pull or the time trap to slow things down so that they have the opportunity to do damage more than like once. They're not bad, they're just situational, and I don't want to have to rely on setting them up with other cards, because that's, I think, half the problem with my D8 plus Poison Cannon play. Is that they always require one of the, like, you require both of them to set them up, or at least the Acid Cannon's not worth it on its own. The D8 I can trigger, but if something walks in my way, I can't do it anymore, which always causes a problem. So I'd rather just have stuff that is good solo, but better with other things, and I feel like the hand tends to require help to be good.
I'm supposed to
There was a
find
path
someone
up there
here.
that was blocked, I think.
I don't know, Dicey.
Yeah, I mean, it's, like, again, it's not
I know
bad.
they're here
It's
somewhere.
just not my first choice. Realistically speaking, for a game like this, I think it does a pretty good job of making a fair case for the majority of cards. Like, almost everything in your deck, in my mind, has a use if you're into it. I don't feel like any of them are objectively, like, terrible. There's some that are, like, okay at best, but I don't think any are objectively terrible. I think, like, maybe bad is the worst I can describe a couple of them. And that's like maybe. I think a lot of them are to taste, but they all do have purpose. Meanwhile, like, I'm trying to think of other games. I've made this point, I think last stream too, of like, a lot of other games that have a system of you like building your moveset like that, you generally have stuff that you just don't want to touch with the 10-foot pole. Because they just are objectively bad. And I don't feel that way about the majority of what you can get in this game. Huh? Huh? Okay. What's the point in me getting money anymore?
She was almost there. Almost there.
Also, I only just realized the narrator has magically reappeared with no explanation. Did I miss something? In the last chapter, our lovely fourth wall breaking narrator, who is honestly my biggest gripe with this game, was interacted with by the queen, and she, like, kicked him out of his spot, took over, and was just spouting the most depressing, like, bullshit throughout the entirety of the last area. Like, quite actively, in no uncertain terms, telling us to kill ourselves. And it was affecting the character. Like, even was... Can't hear any of it, but kept commenting, like, I feel so gloomy all of a sudden, blah, blah, blah. What happened that the narrator's back? I don't recall anything changing that the narrator should be returned. Also, I don't want the narrator back.
This isn't what happens next.
The Queen's narrator. They are characters. I'm glad I said that all right before interacting with one.
You are in the presence of the narrator.
So every person
of
has
the
a narrator?
Queen
Question mark?
herself. Show some respect, child.
Well, you don't have to be rude about it. The Queen imprisoned her own narrator. So, we probably just heard our own actual narrator, like, in person. That's probably what it was. It wasn't that our narrator magically got their spot back. I think we're in the same room as our narrator. That's my guess. The Queen imprisoned her own narrator.
The Queen desires control. More than that, she desires not to be controlled.
I think that's a fair
She
desire,
reached
actually.
a point where she thought I was controlling her.
Isn't that what narrators do? But you just narrate what she does. How about that?
You're smarter than you look, child. Yes, that is true.
Big yawn.
But I
Good
could
job.
not convince her of that fact. Stories take us places. All of us. Even narrators. And my place, it would seem, is in prison, where I can narrate only myself.
That's not a fun place to be.
I could narrate volumes to you, child. But, like I said, that is not what happens next. Suffice it to say that when she was younger, the Queen, then just a princess, she was happy. We were happy. There was such promise in her. A spark, ineffable.
I don't know if we're going to be allowed to see that.
Did something go wrong?
The story
Honestly,
continued.
child, you can barely narrate your own questions.
Why are you so
something
rude?
went wrong. The fact we're having this conversation whilst I am in jail should tell you that. Good grief. I am done answering such asinine questions about this topic.
Wow. You don't seem like a nice narrator.
A narrator, we grow to reflect our subjects.
Huh.
I presume I was a nice narrator once, and she was a beautiful princess, inside and out.
Yeah, I was expecting that to be their response. Was it's like, well, I've been in jail for most
You
of my
can
life.
narrate
How do you
the
think I'm
rest
going to
of it
react?
yourself.
But no,
This
apparently
was
they
not
just
what was
turned into the
supposed
person
to happen.
that they narrate. Interesting choice. I've been wondering if narrators were going to turn into actual characters or not. Or our narrator. I didn't know there was another one. Because, frankly, I hate our
Days
narrator.
bled into months, and then into years.
I honestly think he's the worst part of the game so far. So the moment that the queen kicked him out of his spot and started narrating for us, and it started actively affecting the character, I was like, oh fuck, this actually got interesting. Like, that was the most interesting part of the narrator concept, was the moment that she took over narrating, and because she wants us to die, she actively was just saying, please kill yourself. You're very depressed right now, and even was reacting to it. Or Indirectly reacting, I should clarify. And I thought that was fucking interesting. I thought that was really a change of pace that made the shitty narrator suddenly worthwhile. So I'm really curious if this is going to go anywhere worth it.
Hail, kind soul.
Hi,
and well
adventurer.
met. I'm a lost traveler from a distant land.
Where's that?
I seem to have taken a wrong turn on my
One
quest.
thing was
Lost
certain.
my adventur's cap.
The story
You
had
haven't
taken
seen
a
it, have
very
you?
dark turn.
I love when more than one character talks over
Oh,
each other.
Cedric would know just what to say right now.
Yeah. Alright, nothing more to speak to
Hail,
either of
kind
those
soul,
about.
and well met. I'm
This does
was
have
not
the
what was
interactable bubble.
supposed to happen.
But for some reason the prompt isn't coming up. That like little blue orb tends to mean you can interact with something. So I don't know why it's not coming up.
One thing was certain. The story had taken a very dark turn.
All this for a little super juice.
Huh?
I'll tell you what happened.
As days bled into
Oh my
months,
God.
My business,
and then
and
into
then
years,
94
no
tuna
one
came,
could say
and I
what would
accidentally
happen now,
spilled some super
least of
juice
all
on her.
me.
That's it.
Yeah, audio in this game needed a bit of work. That's it?
And then she arrested me and brought
Okay.
me to the queen.
Well,
Just a little.
you know, in a lot of countries you would be
And then I
executed
tried
for
to
that.
clean it up and kinda maybe spilled some more juice on her black dice and down her dress. Pockets mostly. Something wrong out of my. I'm a juicy boy. I'm not gonna apologize for that. Anyway,
Somebody
that's
clip
my
that for me.
story. Remember me. My only regret is that I ceaselessly spilled so much super juice on a
I can at least mark it. Add stream marker. I think that's going to be an incredibly useful sound bite. Just I don't think I have to explain myself on that one.
You'll never break the spirit of the rebellion. Never.
Red pawn.
I did what I did for the rebellion. I
Which
regret
rebellion?
none of- The
Four Town?
glorious
Yep.
rebellion of Four Town against the Queen in the No Dice War, of course. True, I was captured, but you cannot kill an idea. Forburg will be victorious. Villainy can never triumph. The original? Tell me what became of Four Town.
It's fine. No, it's not.
No, it's not possible. And what of her people? Ah, you see, the city may be gone, but the spirit is. Even though my city may no longer. You'll never break the spirit.
I don't know
of
if the
rebellion.
ideals of Forberg are
Never.
what he's thinking they were from Fort Town. Talk to you.
One thing was certain.
There might
the
be a
story
weird
had
place
taken
where I
a
can
very
interact with this
dark
door.
turn.
Interesting geometry. I think that one's just glitched. Watch that be our actual narrator.
The Queen?
As days bled into months,
Oh my god,
Then
Queen's
for
narrator,
years,
shut up.
no one could say what would happen now, least of all me.
And so I needed to be
Melvin, you're a bootlicker, don't be like that.
She is good. And if I tell her that enough, one day she will let me out.
She won't.
She's good. She is good.
This was not what was supposed to happen.
Even's narrator was so close. She just
Oh,
had to
god
keep
damn it, I
looking.
hate that I'm right.
Some part of Even knew her narrator was close. It was a feeling that went beyond. Even and her narrator were almost reunited. She was so close. She was so dramatically close.
Can I choose to... The Shadow Man?
You remember me? For I
How can they imprison you?
now even. We both know that's not.
This dude's a walking gimp suit.
You're probably.
No, I'm not kidding.
wondering Why I'm here and not out there.
Yeah,
picking
actually.
My teeth with the bones of the disobedient. I suppose it makes no difference to tell you. The Queen hired me All those years ago, to kill
In a fight, right?
some king of freedom, and to start their war. What can I say? Our interests align. The Queen wanted to ensure his children would tear it
Copy that.
apart
I won't worry about it. No more questions to ask.
to come. And they did. I gave the Queen her endless war.
You did, until I showed up.
Brilliant work. But she played even me, you see. She promised me the people would fear the Shadow Man beyond reason.
Bonk.
But they didn't. My rule
I have reclaimed my chair.
and instead, they grew to fear war.
There's an achievement for interacting with him, and I thought I had missed it when we left that area because there was one hidden side quest that I couldn't get to trigger.
Everyone
So I wonder if it's actually now and not back then. Let's be snarky. He kidnapped our friend.
No, you don't get to pity me. I'm terrifying.
You're a walking gimp suit.
Me. Say it. Say you're terrified. You don't pity me. In fact, no. I pity you. You hear me? I pity you.
You're allowed to do that. I'm a bigger person who doesn't care. You can pity me.
Nobody pities me.
I just don't know how logically they could keep him in a jail cell based on what we had seen of him. Oh, man. Oh, there it is. Achievement unearned. Closure. Steam. Find and defeat the Shadow Man once and for all. I was right. So I, the entire time, thought that was the hidden side quest from, like, this third area? Because it's like, I don't know how to describe it. The map itself, when you access it, will tell you, hey, you have story pages, cards, and side quests in the top left. And it had told me I finished all the side quests. However, simultaneously, it also had one side quest marker left on the map. So I was like, what the fuck? And I couldn't get it to trigger while I was walking through there. So I eventually just left. And when I ended the night and closed off stream, I went back to the main menu and double checked that the save was proper. It was there and it continued me where I was. And on the save, you can access extra details on like the stuff that you've done to make sure you've completed everything. And it said I was missing one quest in the area, and I got really agitated about it because I had seen that achievement and thought that's what it was. Instead, I meet him here. So that's good. I wonder if that still is the same thing or if there is some weird hidden side quest somewhere that I just can't figure out how to trigger. I don't know. Maybe it's glitched. I'm probably just stupid. But either way, I got the achievements. That's cool. I don't want to have this conversation. I really don't. I don't have a choice. I was going to skip him and go to the next door.
Ah, there you are, my friend. Thank you for the ride. Now, I can get back to my job of narrating.
I don't like you.
The narrator says,
He's just doing his job, but I don't like him anyways.
Hooey, I mean, weird. Yeah, it's you. There you are.
I'm intrigued that we don't get to see any of them. Like, we just talked to the Shadow Man,
You can hear me?
but we didn't see him at all.
This is unprecedented. But that doesn't mean it's bad. Took the words right out of my mouth, little one.
Yeah,
It was
same.
hard being
Clearly.
alone. I felt like half a person, if that makes sense.
God, I want to be so snarky. No, we knew he was gone.
Well, it would be strange if you didn't. I am your narrator, after all.
Are you like
Oh, but it is nice.
a fey creature of sort? Like, are you a person that was just given the job of narrating? I don't...
You can hear me now. We should make the most of that while we can.
Yeah, what can you tell me,
Who knows
bud?
How long it will be until the old authorities reassert themselves. We've got a quest to finish, my friend, and I stand ready to describe it if you stand ready to live it. Let's. Now then.
Wouldn't that...
Where were we?
Never mind.
Ah, yes. A girl her dice, and her narrator were reunited at last. Behind them, the wreckage of all that had stood in their way. Ahead of them, the
Not an
queen and
uncommon
her
job. Well,
minions.
not an unheard of job, as it
Squared
turns
her
out.
shoulders and strode forward toward her destiny.
It just matters. It just matters in what context.
Oh, why, thank you.
I mean, in some senses, I've been a narrator for people, but normally they're not real.
You have to get me
The
out of
last
here.
unicorn?
A unicorn. A real live unicorn.
Any sports broadcaster? Hell yeah.
I swear, I am a real unicorn. The queen.
I will bring up the same argument I've brought up a million times. A unicorn is a lot more believable within the context of the world than a fucking giraffe is.
Okay, fine. I'm not a unicorn, okay? I'm just a talking horse who told her off.
Breaking my heart.
Magical and special. You've got to help me.
I mean, a talking horse is certainly magical of a sort. So there was 2 paths. And I'm hoping by going this way I'm not locking myself out of something. I did. Okay. I think the game has a slight problem with that too, where they offer you several paths, and then if you take the right one on accident or on purpose, you get locked out of the previous ones, but it's like, how was I supposed to know that the other path wasn't the right one? And why lock me out of going back to it? What does that serve?
This used to be a beautiful palace, a place of learning, of magic, of... Oh, yes, Dicey. It was also a place of dice.
I don't like that we actually hear him. Canonically within the world. Hi, Manny, I see you over there. We actually get to talk back to him. Is it autosave? Yes.
Once echoed with the laughter of children, were now still, empty and desolate.
He's like a fey creature, but I don't like him in a different way that I would normally
Except for
dislike
Even and her amazing friend
most
Dicey,
fey.
who was great.
That's exactly my question. We didn't free him. We just interacted with him, so suddenly we hear him anywhere.
And I quote, great and awesome.
Because if that's the case, what does it matter that the Queen's narrator is locked up if they can just narrate from the cell? It doesn't make a difference. That's so confusing. Oh, I was like, is there another interactable? Yeah, there's just... Apparently, Dicey would be able to perfectly fit in that, I suppose. Hey, buddy, come on. Taking his time. You got it. We don't really need more money, but I'm going to choose to keep grabbing it for the sake of it. I have a feeling we're going to run into a combat around here. And also, you can tell they're loading you up with cash last second to try and buy any cards if you don't have them yet. Hello? Invisible? Intriguing. Yeah, I just straight up cannot walk forward. Alright then. I was gonna say, oh, it's that tiny 1-inch ledge, and we're like a Pokemon character who just can't walk up it, but no, that wasn't even the case. It's just some random invisible object. Hi, Manny.
Right, looking to get an invincibility potion, are you? Well, you've come to the wrong place.
I love that
Got
line.
cards, though.
That is honestly a really banger line. Manny is a weird character, but despite how annoying he can be, I still enjoy him a lot. Dude has literally one job in life, and he is so happy to do it. Also, he's got a good voice. I don't hate his voice by any means. It's not proximity so much as the connection was severed by the Queen, and once we got close enough, the narrator managed to establish it again. He was surprised that we could hear him, though, so it wasn't intentional. Maybe it's probably just a somewhat unprecedented thing that anyone's found their narrator besides the Queen, and now even... And the Queen immediately said, fuck no. So, you know, all speculation. Combat. Great. Roll the 3. Make that a 5. Never mind, we only needed the 3. I should probably just get rid of this D8 of Fate, because I have to start, like, activating it on my own now, since I don't have a cannon or anything, and that's just kind of a pain in the ass. It is helpful, mind you. It's just not as efficient as when I had something doing it for me. Come here. Wow, a 1. That's great. Save that for sure. Get rid of that. Hold on to that. Don't like these guys. Mind you, they are easier to deal with now that I don't have the hammer. The hammer is so good, but it's specifically terrible against these guys because by the time you dodge through them, they'll dodge away, and you virtually never get to hit them. It's very frustrating, frankly. Because they're just slippery. Okay, well. Thank you. Yeah, okay. Weapon broke. Please, why am I only rolling 1s and 2s again, dude? I can't do anything with that. Alright then. Crystal Curse will help. As long as they have Crystals of Break, that's free damage. Frankly, I wish this wasn't a card and was instead an upgrade you just earned by playing the story. Eventually, you just grew to do damage for those things, but it's fine. A 1. Okay. It's fine. Hello? How the fuck did that hit me? Okay, yeah, sure, man. Oh my god. Yep. I hate this sword so much. Crystal's Curse is already off, which sucks because that's like half my damage right now. Frankly, I think I have too many weapon cards in my deck to not be rolling them, but the bigger problem is I can't roll high enough to actually summon them. Freeze time real quick there. Bro, come on! What the fuck am I supposed to do? I literally can't do anything. Why am I only rolling 1s and 2s? What's the point in having 6? I'm torn between embrace true randomness and get fucked over and over again and having a fail-safe system so you don't just get dicked. Like, come on. What am I doing? Oh my god. Finally! Dodge. Do it. Thank you. I thought I had a weapon besides the bow. I was completely incorrect. Okay, now you're gonna roll tolerably. Alright then. Take a 4. Save that. Roll up. Give me that. Other 2 are pins. That's good. 11 shots remain. I really need to kill these 2. That shot went directly through that enemy, by the way. definitely heal. Doesn't matter what else I have, I just want to live. Why not? Still have one shot. Nope. Nope. Hammer of 2, Sword of 3, Lance of 4. Is there a 5 and a 6? Nope. Well, there's a bow. There is a, like... I have the better bow. There is a weaker version of the bow that is just a straight bow. And I can't remember if it's 5 or 6. You have it from, like, really early on, but it's, like, not great. So the moment that I realized that I have a stronger version of it, like, I tested the new bow I got, and I was like, oh, this is blatantly just infinitely better. I stopped using the regular bow. I didn't use it much in the first place. Because it's super helpful to have, because it's just range damage for the sake of range damage, but the AoE explosions on the Rule Masters is just so much more efficient. Like, why would I not use this? Sure, why not? Any crystals? No. Come on, buddy. There we go. Oh, look, another one. I'm wondering if... So, the red and white ones are enhanced versions. I wasn't sure if he was going to do multi-slams in addition to multi-shots. Ooh, we got a 6. Save that. If I had poison at the same time, this would be incredible. But the fact that this bow will also blow up the crystals, and I have Crystal's Curse right now, I'm pretty sure. Or at least I did, makes it even better. Because then it's just doing bonus damage for free. Now I do. Just re-up. Combat done? Yeah.
The dark crystals had appeared in the same age as the castle's fall, but they were not the cause of this destruction.
Yapper.
Merely an effect of it. There was something much darker here.
Way to creep us out, Mr. Narrator.
True. Okay, before I forget, get rid of the D8. I want that cannon. So, Hammer of 2. I wish they were, like, in a better order, but it's fine. That's just weakening them. Bow of 1. The bow is 1. I don't think there's a 5 and a 6, and if there is, we haven't gotten them. But supposedly I have every card, or at least I bought every card. Yes, I know. I'm going to step away for a moment. I will be right back. Okay. Sorry, Aisling is currently attempting to pass a furball, and I definitely heard her hacking in the other room during that combat. Are you just not working? Okay. I'm just gonna do that. So I wanted to go check in on it, and lo and behold, there was some crap on the floor, so... We are good now, though. No control of camera. Okay.
Remains of the castle were quiet, almost serene.
Hi, Ghost.
In them still dwelled a great power.
Here goes nothing, Dicey.
Anything
Point
hiding?
taken. Here goes everything.
It's a little confusing that we don't even attempt to, like, get anyone out of their cells. The fact that you could pick out what that remix was. Ever since I swapped her from her original food that she grew up on to a different one upon Vet's suggestion to help her lose, like, a couple pounds, she started passing furballs for the first time in her life, and I, as of like a month or two ago, said, you know what, I'm sick of having to clean this up. It's like a week-long process for her to do this. So I finally swapped her back to her old food, and it's no longer a week-long process. It's like a day-long process, but she's still doing it, and I hate that. Because it's not comfortable for her, it's not comfortable for me, it's very frustrating for me to have to clean it up out of every random nook and cranny. Because I guarantee you there's at least one spot I've missed today, because I always do. She puked under my bed this morning. I was like, okay. She seems to target the rug I have in my living room. I don't know why. It's not the only place she'll go, but when she was trying to hawk one up like 2 weeks ago, and she was on the couch, and I said, oh, hell no. And I immediately grabbed her and put her on the floor, like, away from the couch and away from the rug. She refused to do it. She was like holding it in while still trying to get it out, and she was kicking at me until I finally let go, and then she just did it on the rug anyways. I was so pissed. I was actually so pissed. It was like a month or two ago. She did it 3 times right on top of my bed within a 24-hour span, and I was even more agitated.
That's concerning. Wait, Nanny Fortuna was coming.
Quick, hide!
Now, hurry up, you scrumptious little children.
It's uncomfortable to call them scrumptious.
It means keep walking and stop asking questions.
Yeah.
The one with ice does not like to wait.
I had caught the first one as it happened, and then I cleaned the sheets, and then she did, like, within an hour of me replacing the sheets, she did it again. I was so agitated. So the next day, I went and bought a new set of sheets, and I put them on the bed, and she puked on them like 2 hours later. I was genuinely so fucking pissed.
Was looking for. She just knew it had to be here somewhere.
I was so agitated.
Your most helpful narration, bruv.
Bruv. Yeah, hit me with that Britishism. Find a use for the key. I'm guessing I had to go down here first to go back and start, like, accessing the stairs up. Yeah, I was so pissed. Actually, I probably should replace the sheets again out of safety. I don't think there was any on the bed that I've spotted today, but who knows. I can never fully find everything until I do a very thorough search. Most of the time when she does it and I'm asleep, though, I do snap awake, which is really funny. Because I normally sleep like a brick. But apparently, parental instinct kicks in with my cat, so that's cool. Manny, it's too bad you have literally no cards left. Okay, I was right. I did have to go down.
All that remained was to climb the terrifying upper tower and face.
We also still have no idea what happened to Lucky.
Destiny.
Just realized.
Yeah, you're not in any danger here.
Well,
even.
That's exactly what I was wondering. What happens if we die?
If the person they're narrating
I'm not moving further. I want him to complete that thought.
No.
Me neither. but I'm sure it's not good.
All right, then. Really? Why's it gotta be these guys? Why do you keep rolling ones? What the fuck? That's so rude. I swear the game is pranking me right now. Thank you. Give me that. Give me that. Save that just in case. Don't auto-aim me at it if hitting it, or if you're not going to actually let me hit it. So could you ever finish Code Vein, by the way? Oh, perfect. I actually get to test this again. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to hate that cannon. If the cannon I decide doesn't work out, I will probably be going with the hand. Hilariously. Phantom keeps making me think about it, just from our one conversation earlier, and I realized just having the ability for like a 1 point just to shove everything away real quick into a corner might be helpful. We actually really want to extend Crystal Curse. Hold on to that, hold on to that. We want this, we can drop that, keep that. I'm going to keep backing up before I shoot myself on accident. What do we got? A 3. Not the most helpful, but that's okay. Save that. Dodged way too early. That's on me. Just stand right in front of the cannon. Does not matter. It's baited. Fair enough. I didn't need that heal. I don't know why I just did that. Safety. We'll keep that. Come here, bud. Hell yeah. Stuck on Gilded Hunter. He could just get reassigned, right? No, sorry, you get one a chance. And if that's your person, that's your person. Stuck on Gilded Hunter, lack of time, energy, too many games. Yep, that's fair. I honestly forgot you could summon in that game because I didn't use it at all, but I did see people talking on the subreddit when I was looking up some information on if like some things worked or not. Because turns out not everything works, even though you can apply it. For like passive skills and stuff. And there's like achievements or something tied to doing online, which is interesting. I think like co-oping with people successfully. Interesting. That's a good question. Why do you have those? You get like rewards for successfully co-oping people and like collecting enough of them as an achievement or something. I mean, depending on the time, I might be able to help you with that. I'll be honest, I don't remember who Gilded Hunter is. It's been long enough that I've already forgotten a bunch of stuff. Code Vein. Is that the Lance dude? No. I'm like trying to look up a picture of him. Oh, no, it is. Okay, so it's the last one we had talked about. I do remember now. I couldn't remember that being his name, but yeah, that was the dude. I think it took me like 2 or 3 tries, and I think I got lucky. I don't think I earned that victory by any means. It depends. I don't... What platform are you playing on? Because it's not crossplay, so if you're not on Xbox, I unfortunately cannot help you, because that is the only platform I actually own the game on. Yeah, unfortunately, I cannot do anything about that. I apologize for offering.
2 royal girls. Princesses. The 2 of them were the exact same ages. As
I can offer you moral
and
support.
Ord.
Those masks. Yeah.
And I can offer a reminder to everyone to drink water.
Dicey! Come on, Dicey!
Dicey, why don't you just stick to me? I don't understand why you hop off all the time, dude.
The Queen's throne. It is from here that the Queen
Oh, it is
rules
auto-walking,
the
okay.
fate of random with the roll of her dice.
Oh no.
But where was she now?
We've been in this room. We're probably going to fight our sister first. I hope we work with our sister in the final battle rather than... Oh, we also have an interaction with
In
these.
this very throne room that the Queen would roll her dice to decide today's fate and personality.
Sorry, I'm going to be doing this out of order on accident.
Of Two Town.
Spicy water.
Crazy, isn't it?
Thank you for the agua.
The idea that their fates should be controlled by the Queen rolling a dice somewhere. You grow up with it, so you think it's normal, but the whole thing is madness.
Onecroft, even in Odd's home.
It was home. My family's there, and I miss them, but I honestly don't know where home is anymore. Oh, Dicey, my home is by your side too.
Buddy? Don't go too far.
Freedom. It was a land and a family torn apart by an endless, futile war.
A war the Queen instigated to keep the people divided and her in
I
power.
want a bubble tea so badly right now.
Yeah,
You're a
the
little
Triplets
far there,
could have
bud.
done
Can't really hear you.
But they squandered it, and so much else hating each other.
Forburg, a fallen city built on the ruins of its
No.
Another
I would be
insane
gone for like 30 plus minutes.
pulls
I'm
us
not
all
doing
into
that.
her crazy solutions until we forget how things used to be.
I always forget that she
Everyone
does actually
random
move her
is
mouth when she talks.
just lost
It's
in
not
her
synced
madness.
up, but
She's cost so many, so much.
nobody's synced up, to be fair, outside of like pre-rendered.
Fivetropolis, once a land of creativity and magic. Now, little more than a robot factory.
There were good people there. We've all been twisted by her, and we can't even see it. We're fish born in a tiny bowl, and we look around and say, "Oh, this is good. This is definitely how it should be." But we should be swimming in the ocean.
Wisdom from a
yes,
12-year-old.
Not all fish can live in salt water, but we should at least be swimming in a big old lake.
Sixtopia, a glittering city of cardboard, made to give the poor people of Random something to aspire to. The biggest and most cynical lie of them all.
This can't go on. Yeah, I hope we can do something.
Where do all of the narrators live? That's the thing. I want bubble tea. I don't need it. I really don't. I got one last week, so I'll be fine. The first one I had had in a while, to be fair, but I also got ice cream at the store yesterday, so that'll inevitably be my treat tonight. So I am fine. It'll be my treat while I practice Monster Hunter.
Going to meet it.
Listen, Dicey, whatever happens next, I just want you to know.
So sorry.
Look, I'm not too good with
Oh, hey,
feelings and
the triplets.
stuff, but I just want to say I've never become best friends with someone faster, and we've saved each other's lives countless times. And well,
What
thank
the?
you, Dicey.
What's wrong with all of you?
Everything. Right, back at you, bud. Now, let's go kick that Queen's evil butt together.
I don't want to hear lame from the 2 people drinking soda in my chat.
Hiding. Is over here good?
Hod!
Now then, children, inside that black dice is your ultimate destiny.
I'm guessing, yeah, we're gonna fight the nanny again, probably.
One from one town. Even, was it? Poor girl. You've marched all this way.
There's a lot of...
only to find your own end waiting for you.
Only I'm not alone, Nanny. And it seems to me that the only end I've been marching towards is yours.
Nice.
Spice from a 12-year-old. Okay, so it's gonna be the same boss fight, probably a little bit of alteration. I was curious if she was gonna be a different fight this time. I don't quite recall how the fight works, but it's okay. I thought I heard you. Don't get caught on fucking invisible terrain, please, and thank you. Don't appreciate that. Need that, need that. Need that. This boss fight, like, this music is not nearly, epic enough, that's for sure. There we go. We do have access to the cannon. I think... going to do this, save these 3. What? That does damage? Are you serious? Why? That is such a terrible decision. Ugh. I tried dodging, I failed. Accurate shots this time. I really hate this fucking electricity buff that they have. It is not communicated how the fuck to turn that off. And I have yet to be able to intuit how. Which is not a good sign. Yep. Very cool. Only 3. That is okay. Okay, whatever. Thank you. Really gonna give me a 1 right now? Go. Next bomb, please. When I am actually ready for it. No. Fascinating. I don't know why you're trying to auto-target that enemy. I'd really appreciate it if you didn't. Box this blink. Save that for posterity's sake. You can shoot it in midair. I wasn't actually sure. I just... Buddy, you electrify before I can do anything of actual substance. What is the point? Okay. Thank you, Crystal's Curse. We are drinking what we want to drink. You refuse to get the beverage you desire. That's why I can choose to not do that, and it's perfectly acceptable. Get rid of that. I don't need these. Can't do anything because she's electrified. Yay, counterplay. Oh, thank goodness, so are they. At least the dumb bombs do damage. Go. You actually have to be very accurate about shooting the bomb. Fascinating. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, bud, thank you. Same problem I had with this fight the first time. The hitbox on this thing is really awkward for some reason. Like, you have to be very particular, and half the time you're aiming right at it, and the game just doesn't let you hit it anyways.
Little boys and little girls, turn your teeth to Nanny's pearls.
What if I said no? Ding dong, achievement earned. Given to your desires to relieve self-control. No, that's not a good idea.
I suppose it is one's lot in life when one is a nanny to suffer doing someone else's hard work while they reap all the benefits. Eventually, everyone leaves you behind, don't they? And any love they held for you
Depressing.
is temporary, transactional.
It's a very negative view.
I did my job, child.
That does not make you innocent.
And none of us would be in this mess now if you'd followed your parents' orders and stayed home. When I come back. Such unearned confidence. You know, everyone is so quick to judge her. But the Queen really likes you even.
Weird way of expressing it by telling me to kill myself on several occasions.
Well, there's a lot of that going around, child. You're not a popular person here. Now then, run along before you're too late.
Okay then. Oh, she gave me a war cannon again. Cool. I'm going to get rid of both swords. I got rid of something else, I think. Oh man, I wonder if we're going to be doing a board game battle again before the end. Critical 20 was good, but I'm not going to use it again. No, 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 no. What is the one I want? What is the one I want? I have 2 crystal curses. 1 shadow man's. 2. I already think we're gonna get rid of that. Get rid of the sword. We have 2 lances and 2 bows, which is really good. if we're gonna do... no, I'm keeping that, actually. Superb draw. We only have one. Want another one of those. We still have 2 slots. I'm not gonna do an... Actually, Blacksmith's Blink isn't really doing much that I've noticed, which is really unfortunate. Let's do another Shadow Man's. I want to do another Blink attack, but I'm going to be punished for doing it because half the enemies aren't going to let me blink through them without taking damage, which is just useless. Frankly, it's incredibly frustrating, actually. Critical 20 could be funny at this point. Just as long as the arena's not too large, but I also don't know if it's going to be useful or not. That's half the fear, is I'm going to pick it and it's not going to be useful. But why not? For the meme, let's do it. The poison exists. It's not fantastic. But I also would rather have it than not, because sometimes when I get unlucky and the game just won't give me a weapon, poison will trigger even if I just break a crystal with the slingshot, and that is useful. If you can get poison and Crystal's Curse, then you're adding poison damage and doing damage every time you break a crystal, which is how you keep rolling, which is stupidly good. The poison's not excellent, but it's easy to apply, so you can get it ticking pretty frequently, which is good. That is so uncomfortable. Is this how they get the goo? They're just sucking some sort of life force or some other substance out of kids?
Through that portal? You sure it's safe?
This is really creepy.
The opposite of reassuring, but okay.
I didn't miss anything, did I? No.
Those poor children.
Yeah, arguably I could drop the poison, though.
It's so much worse than I...
Not a hard argument.
Is the black goo
Haha.
coming from their heads?
That was
Their
right.
brains.
The black dice is mining those poor children for their nightmares, their darkest dreads, their most agonizing miseries, coalescing them into the dark fuel.
What's the point in giving me money right now? I can't do anything with it. And that's not even like I bought everything. It's like, if Manny is in here somehow, then the game is really just being ridiculous.
The robots, the dark twisting of the arenas, all of it. It's all powered by those helpless kids' nightmares.
Do they eventually run out?
Few things more powerful than unbridled fear. This place, it feeds on it. It's a sacrifice.
Is that the kid we know from home? Yes, it is. I was like, there's got to be a reason it's a single person and we can walk up to him. That kid is from our hometown. I don't remember his name. I don't care, but still. Narratively, they did that very on purpose.
Hey, even. That's lucky, isn't it?
Oh shit, they didn't kill her.
That is her. She's still alive. Oh, then Odd didn't
Yeah.
go after all. She might not be as far gone as I'd thought. Oh, Odd. I hope you're okay.
Answered that question.
Oh, masters of the one true dice, have my sacrifices not been ample? Have you not long feasted on paranoia, bitterness, fear itself?
Are those the ones that the cult people were talking about in the 5 area?
Are you not satisfied? Have I not been good to you, my 3 lords, since that first moment of your summoning?
Guess we're doing this.
It's a little loud, not very
You have
sneaky.
given me power over randomness since we first began our exchange, and we have both found it profitable. But I have no heir, and I cannot let this great work falter. I beg you for just one more boon, just a taste of your
I have a feeling that she'd be taking that taste to try and take them down. I feel like I have a weird feeling they're gonna take a moment to try and like not demonize her, but whatever. We'll see.
I wish to share my dominion over chance itself with my successor. Just as I once did to you, this child has proven herself worthy to me.
Hello. Thank you. I don't...
She will please you, just as I have. She will keep up my end of the bargain, so that you can keep up yours.
I hate when games take control of the camera. I don't know if I hate it more when I have zero control entirely, or if I have partial control and it just like always corrects it. I don't... like it's trying to do right now.
Let my power be shared, and I swear that two souls shall then worship you evermore.
What if I just like... Oh my god, Manny, how are you here?
Right. I have no idea how I got here either.
Uh-huh.
You're here, I'm here, and no matter how the cards are stacked, we still have hope. And the chance to do some business.
True. Ridiculous character.
And you've been great, mate.
Thanks.
So listen, mate. Cards on the table now. I want to help.
But I
You
bought
need
everything.
something before your big fight. Because the way I figure it, if the Queen wins, then you lose, and I lose my best customer. My only customer, really.
True.
I know we try to keep things light between us, but you've saved me, mate. Before you, nobody bought cards. I was in danger of losing the store.
Aren't you the store?
Oh, it gets dark, mate. You're the only one who ever wanted to buy cards, and you saved me. So it seems to me you're just the one to save everyone else too.
Wow.
I'm in your corner, just like you've been in mine all this time. Now then, let's get to it, shall we, matey?
Do you just magically have extra cards? Because otherwise I bought everything. Damn. Woof. Aw. Well, you had kind words, I guess.
Odd, step forward. There's no more time to prepare. Your fate is arriving now.
No! Oh, don't do it!
Shoot her mask off. Like, what are we doing?
I fought across your entire twisted realm to stop you and to save my sister. And that's what I'm gonna do. Come on, Odd. We need to get
Take
out.
the mask off.
Nobody's being held here, foolish even. Odd's free to go, if she chooses.
So I should go with you now, even. Because why? You finally deigned to come see me?
No, Odd, it wasn't like that. You need to...
To what? To understand that my little sister, the one who's always had it so easy her entire run alive, now thinks she knows what's best for me?
Odd.
Or maybe you're just jealous that I've grown up and of the power I'm about to receive. Is that it? She chose me, even.
It is sad to see such pettiness embodied in someone so young. She's standing between you and your power. And remind me, Odd, what do we do to those who stand in our way?
We destroy them, my queen.
Ah, so we do.
I don't want to fight you, Odd.
Even you've always been so young. Far too
That's
young
right.
to see that none of this is about what you want.
Come on. I'm guessing she can move during Dice Mention? Where is she? Where is she? I'm very uncomfortable with this. The queen's still moving. Okay. Where the fuck did Odd go? I don't like that. There she is.
Stop it! It's me! Oh, I know precisely where to find this.
You would do that the moment I fucking shoot. I like that she also is blinking. I think that's a good touch. Oh god. There's 3 of them now. Very uncomfortable. I was right if you do tap them. So she disappears when we're in Dice Mansion. Interesting. I don't hate that. I thought I got rid of the war cannon. Oh, that's fast. Put it through. Thank you. I don't have any left there. I definitely want blink attack. Save these. Honestly, Rule Masters is kind of a misplay in this fight. I hit dodge and it said no. There we go. Thank you. I could not tell that was an attack because the shadow spawned directly on her. Like, don't really know what I was anticipated to do there. Alright then. For fun, just aim it there. Like, what am I losing? I actually really don't dislike this weird dance of dodging a ton of them. I think that's interesting. Thank you, Blink Attack. Poison, finally! She's already half dead. I feel like I haven't even done anything.
Oh, please, listen to me.
Blink Attack is down.
I've heard plenty from you, sister.
Where
you
is she?
Never knew when to shut up.
Damn, got him. Huh? What the fuck? Okay, alright. I'm getting gimmicked. Dude. Don't appreciate this endless bullshit. Come on. They will just keep chaining it. Do I have any crystals to break? Like, anywhere, actually? Don't you do that. There we go. Okay, it is purposeful that she goes invisible. Anna's in your walls.
Perhaps I chose the wrong sister after all.
Odd, is that really you? Trust me, sis.
Dicey, why are you just standing there, brother? He's like, okay.
Hey, shuttered lady.
Is she gonna roll him?
No, Dicey!
Never mind.
Even, jump!
Where'd the mask go? Oh, it's broken. Okay. Rip, my boy. That was an uncomfortable ass noise, by the way. The, like, weird slurpy noise when they all just started getting let go. Why do they all just instinctively know to run? True. He certainly does. And she magically has her regular clothes back.
Even. I'm so sorry.
Game ain't done yet.
About everything.
No, I'm sorry.
Think.
That mask, I became so petty, so afraid, and oh, even I hated myself.
Oh God, relatable.
No, Odd, I love you. I love you no matter what.
Even.
Oof.
I'm weaker without her. Like everything good and strong in me is.
We'll help you, Odd. I've got some help.
The fact that the top of him just magically clapped open for that brief moment. Alright. Nearing the end.
Stop right there, you betrayers!
Even, hold on.
A secret passageway? How did you...
It's one of the Queen's secret passageways. All I know
Thank
is
God
she
we just said the
hates
same
me
word twice in that close,
Then I say
Passageway,
it's our best
passageway.
chance. Let's go.
You can't escape. This is my territory. Your story ends here, you urchins.
Well, you don't have to be rude about it. I didn't choose to grow up in poverty. You made me this way. Anything hiding? Also, where the fuck there? I was like, where the fuck is Dicey? What if I said I don't want a kingdom of lies? Is that her sister? The other princess? Just chilling in a bubble? Hey, yo. That is true. It is my favorite Ryokai. Oh my god, I was right.
What's going on here? Who is that?
I don't
That's the ghost we've been following, I'm 90% sure.
Who is this? Why are you holding her captive?
Sustaining her life force is more like it.
Sister, isn't it? The one I was to replace. She looks so sad, frozen at the moment
Yeah.
of her death.
You know nothing! Nothing!
Ow. Okay, so we're not fighting along our sister at this point.
This is none of your business, and neither is that dice.
Why does everyone just get a weapon for free and I have to summon mine? What the fuck? That's not fair.
You're ruining everything! Everything! And I won't let you!
Yeah, I tend to do that. Is she gonna move in Dice Mansion? She disappears just like odd. Okay. I don't know if I like that. In the entirety of the 5th area, ooh, get the fuck out of that. You're hunted by the Queen Shadow, and the Queen Shadow is super interesting because it's the first enemy in the fucking game where if you go into Dice Mansion to roll shit, it keeps chasing you, and I thought that was really cool. It was a little annoying because it constantly would just force you to do bullshit, because you can never fully outpace it, and if you ever do something that controls Dicey, oh my god, she's still here, that means you're like placing him and he can't move even, so then you just get knocked away, and it kind of sucked, but it was a really interesting idea, and that's why I fucked with it. And I actually think I prefer that she continues moving in Dice Mansion, because she, like, reasonably has the same abilities as us, you know? It would be a lot more interesting. Alright, try not to hurt me.
You're ruining everything! Everything! And I won't let... I'll always protect her, you fool. I'll never allow you or any other agents of randomness to hurt my sister.
Hello? What the fuck was that? Don't approach me with that shit. I don't fuck with AoEs. Bonk.
Now do you finally see? How can you hope to win?
I'm kind of kicking your ass.
Random element, a one and nobody against the queen.
Really, that's the only thing I have to worry about right now is her fucking AoE when I do too much damage to her. But otherwise, this ain't too bad right now. Definitely re-up that. That as well. Hold that. Keep walking into explosive. Very nice. A little bit this way, please. Cannon's gone, never mind.
I'll always protect her, you fool.
Poison would be fucking awesome right now. Blacksmith's Blink also would be great. Because I did finally see it go off.
Otherwise, all that's left is random. You're ruining everything.
I'd do that.
And I won't let you.
Here we go. See, the difference between us is I don't have to summon goons to win. Go, 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 go. Perfect. Free damage. Dodge that. Hey, look, speaking of poison, I am not rolling very well still. Ugh. Crystal's Curse plus poison. Super helpful. Hold that. Anybody got I guess this guy.
Now do you finally see what happens when you embrace randomness? You die.
Girl, you taunting nobody right now. I'm not gonna lie. Bruh. Anybody have a crystal?
To be controlled even. It must be yoked to a purpose. Otherwise all that's left is random.
What the fuck was that ricochet, by the way?
I'll never allow you or any other agents of
My fucking slingshot, like, aimed at nothing. It totally missed, and then the shot randomly curved back and hit that enemy. I've never had that happen before. What the hell was that?
always protect her, you fool.
Go. Can you roll something higher? I'm fucking begging you right now, dude. Anything right now would be great. Thank you.
How can you hope to win? One unexpected random element.
The only random element right now is my fucking horrid luck, frankly.
Win. One unexpected random element. A one and
That was
nobody.
a terrible dodge, and I did not get punished for it, which is great. Thank you. I'm getting cornered, which we don't want. Thank you.
The world begs to be.
What do we got? Yes, please. Yes, please. Hold. Double up. I have a feeling this isn't actually the final fight.
To be controlled even. It must be yoked to a purpose. Otherwise all that's left is
Death. Is Dicey not a goon of your own? I didn't summon him. He just exists.
You are nothing without that cursed dice.
Fuck, she got me. What if I did this?
Just dying will. Quietly. Resignedly.
Resignedly. Never actually heard that word in the English language prior to this. Holy fuck! She's just crushing the dude. Time? Yeah, I was like, wait, did time just go back? What the hell?
You see, you are nothing without that cursed dice.
What am I missing here? Okay, cool. I thought I tried that. Are you reassembling Fortune? There it is. Sister. Ghost of Sister? Was I fucking... Yeah! Gamer. God, I'm so good at this. I'm so fucking good at predicting narrative. Oh.
You have to let me freeze time for you again, Nat. You have to. You'll die out here.
Okay, your sister's name is Nat.
Alexandra. You need to listen to me.
You've changed so much.
A lot of time has passed.
No, I'm still your sister. Can't you see?
Dude, the audio levels in this game are so inconsistent.
You have to let her go.
No, no! I won't let you die. If she dies, then I failed. Then all of this was futile. This whole world can burn for all I care, as long as she lives.
Good cough.
Alexandra, I'm not worth it.
Shh, don't say that. Of course you are. I love you. I love you.
Please. It hurts. It hurts all the time. Even when time stops.
At the very start of the game, we have a very brief, like, 1-minute tutorial, and you basically just, like, kill, like, 2 enemies, and then she gets shot. You play as, assumedly, the queen, for, like, quick 2-3 enemies, very quick, and then the sister, we go into cutscene, she gets shot, and then the game starts. I predicted the fuck out of this narrative, dude.
Just you and me.
Natalia!
Just you and me.
There it is.
Nothing. Dark Lord. Please, you can't hurt me now, don't you see? You think I'm afraid of dying?
What the fuck?
Go. This is my fight.
Oh.
Alexandra.
You've saved Random. That's plenty. Only I can save myself.
With Fortune, yeah. That's her dice.
Goodbye.
It's a really weird way to leave it off. I can't tell if this is still intended to be sequel bait or not. It depends on how the rest of this goes. We did defeat the queen. Honestly, the queen was an easier fight than... That should have killed me. Than some other fights we've done. Dude. Twice now, my head should have been taken off by a fucking rock.
Look, the children got out.
Hey, what's good? What if I'm not allowed. Okay. Is Death gonna come pick us up out of curiosity? Oh no, not your hat! Oh, Lucky's behind us. Oh, and that other weird kid. Or someone who looks like him, because they do reuse the character models a lot. Everybody hop in. Never mind, you got some random bullshit in your head. Okay, damn. Thought we were gonna pull a Kirby moment kind of thing. Well, not the first time we... Okay. We, as a character, have used a random umbrella to hop somewhere. Are we all gonna land in the place where the dice were? And they're all gonna pick up their dice and then restart the cycle effectively? Yeah, see, like, that was... Yeah.
What's going to happen?
She has incredible grip strength for one hand.
Anywhere in Random. We could end up lost.
Nah.
And as for what happened next, well...
Did you hear something?
Okay, so everyone can perceive the narrator now. Well, that was random. Lost and random achievement earned. Oh, do I need to mute this? For safety's sake, I have to mute it on your end. I'm sorry. I want to listen to it, but I don't want to risk the VOD being muted, because I have had that happen more than once now. And now that I'm actually posting all of these VODs, it's a pain in the ass when that happens. Because I don't do local recording, I just pull it straight off Twitch, because I don't want to do both things at once. Once I get it set up, like I take the time I plan to, I'm going to do local recording so I can actually like edit them proper, but yeah, wow, okay. I have a feeling they're sequel baiting this. And I don't mean the demo we're going to play in a few moments, because that's a prequel. It feels really weird. Unless there's a post-credits thing going on here, it feels really weird to just let the Queen handle that and then just call it a day. We don't know what could possibly happen. And realistic speaking, we didn't actually beat her. We just kind of outplayed her more than anything. It's a good song, and I'm really annoyed that I can't safely play it because I don't know if it'll get copyrighted or not. But yeah, now that we finished this game, and I'm at least I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days ahead of schedule. That means we're gonna try the demo for the prequel, which we do play the Queen. Don't do that. Play as Queen Alexandra and her die companion Fortune. Yep. So that'll be interesting. Super curious to see how that goes. It's got really good reviews for just a demo. It's apparently a Hades-like roguelike, which is whatever that means. And it comes out sometime within this quarter of the year, supposedly, which is cool. It just says coming soon. Never mind. I thought it said Q2, but I guess not. But pretty much every review says recommended, which is really cool. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful it's going to be good. I think a lot of the mechanics in this game would translate excellently for a roguelike. They're arguably going to play better as a roguelike, if anything, which is very exciting. Yeah, next month's game of the month is Kena Bridge of Spirits, which is going to be... Hi, Val. Thanks for subbing. It's going to be interesting. I've wanted to... Wow. Wait, Fortune has a voice? What the fuck? I've wanted to play Kena for a long time now. I can't believe it's been out like 4 years. That was mind-blowing to look that up and realize it. I did not see who the voice of Even is. Well, I hope your upcoming week gets better, friend. I guess I could play music in the background. I probably should have done this previously. It's fine. Oh, it's so loud for me still. Where is it? It's slightly louder for y'all. Okay. Lost in a random even. Who voices you? I recognize her voice. That's what I want to know. Enemies, occupations, license. Portrayed by Katie Parr. Who is Katie Parr? Of course, it's trying to autocomplete fucking Katy Perry. Katie Parr's only IMDb credit is Lost in Random, but I feel like I've heard her voice before. Huh. Never mind. On a different website, she also has credits for Totally Accurate Battle Simulator and Need for Speed Unbound, but as a designer, not a voice actress. Interesting. So she might be more of a developer than a voice actor and just happened to get picked for the voice. She did good. I liked her voice a lot. The music that is playing in game right now is so confusing. It's probably better that you're not hearing it, actually. Huh, Katamari. Interesting. I always want credits to play out because I work in a profession where my name can appear in credits, and most people are never going to watch them. So the least I could do is do that for other people. However, they're always so slow. I would like to just start playing the demo. I don't know if any of you are doing anything in particular tomorrow, but I will be very briefly for a couple hours hosting the opening, I almost said event. Segment is probably the best way to describe it for T1.done. Which I actually probably should look up when that is again, because I do need to set an alarm. It's raising money to fight type 1 diabetes, which is cool. I will be hosting the opener, which will be Spike Vegeta, naturally, because it is on his channel, actually. I'm just going to pull up the schedule. Which, the problem is finding it. It's not actually as convenient as it should be. Stream, watch, play. The schedule is not my favorite on this website. It starts around 2:40 p.m. Eastern. Never mind, 1 p.m. Eastern. The schedule scrolled itself automatically, which I don't like. So the opening segment is DGR Dave and Spike Vegeta. It's a Super Mario 64 only up race, which anybody who knows me knows I actually really don't like Super Mario 64. In general, I don't like 3D Mario. But also, it's my guy Spike Vegeta, which, like, how could I not? I volunteered to host, and that was that. I just got assigned something. I didn't get asked, which is fine. I don't really care. Because the only other obvious choice is the finale of the event, which will be on Monday. Excuse me, which will be on Sunday. Sunday evening, afternoonish, is an Elden Ring all bosses 4-player, which did get submitted for SGDQ, by the way. No idea if it's getting selected yet. Schedule's not out, but that finale also features Mitras, who I've hosted for too many times in a row now. So I saw that and said, oh my god, if I end up hosting for this, I'm going to feel so bad. Turns out, no, I did not get picked for that, and to be honest, I'm perfectly okay with that. I feel like I chased the poor guy around unintentionally, and it's probably good someone else is hosting that, just so he has a break from me. But yeah, the first segment will be that Super Mario 64 only up, which is going to be really interesting, and of course, Spike Vegeta is a very entertaining individual of GDQ fame. There's going to be a Super Mario Sunshine crowd control segment a couple hours later, which that I'd be looking forward to. That's the only 3D Mario I like. And then Argic runs 2 Sonic games in a row to kick off day 2, which is cool. So yeah, that'll be tomorrow. %30 chance someone gets let go. Well, hey, I'm in the same boat as you right now, so... Mind you, I know I'm being let go. It's just biding time until we officially shut down, so I've got like another 2 months. Month and a half? Not even. No, 2 months, 2 months. Realistically speaking, 2 months. So I've got 2 months to find a new job. Like, it's not going well. Not going well at all. I've been ghosted by everything, and or I've been turned down for 2 jobs, ghosted by literally everything else except one job I applied for that I had a phone interview with 2 weeks ago. And I was supposed to have an answer by the end of last week if it was going to be a round 2 or not, and was finally told on Tuesday when I reached out and I was like, hey, what's going on here? It was told that they have not made decisions yet. So, don't know. Still waiting. It's, wow, hilarious. I did not pick this song. This is a Dire Dire Docks remix, so it's funny timing. Yeah, so job market sucks ass. It's not your fault, etc., etc. You just got to do what you got to do, unfortunately. Yeah, huggies all around, of course. I'm also now realizing I have to redo the thumbnail for this stream when I post it on YouTube. Because I'm not going to cut it into 2 streams. Or 2 videos. I don't think that's useful. Well, maybe I will. I have to determine that. What is the music playing in this credits right now? It's like people just screaming. Just like gibberish. I don't... It's probably a very good thing you don't have to listen to this. Global lead core community, Adam Freeman. I don't know why that name just stood out to me, but shout out to Adam Freeman, I guess. I have no idea how much longer these credits are gonna be. I have still never played Half-Life. I have very, very, very minimal knowledge of Half-Life. To be honest, I don't think I'm ever gonna correct that, but still. Is Freeman the main character? Also, I just realized that you pet the Kulava, so hopefully that actually fired off. It is set to be completely automated, and I don't have anything that gives me like a notification it's happening. It activates, it does it, and then it clears it for me now, which is nice. Mr. Freeman, the doctor that helps and makes all the shit, I think. Yeah. You could tell me that it's an enemy, and I would say, okay, yeah, makes sense. Okay, stretch time, I guess. I probably should have done this when I stood up earlier. Freeman is the gravity gun? Wow, that's my hero. Don't think I ever got the gravity gun. Is that in the second game? Honestly, the most I know about Half-Life is probably like Gary's mod, which isn't even Half-Life. It just uses the assets. Dude, Aisling is so confused while I'm stretching right now. Every time I move my arm, she's like, what the hell? Sometimes you don't realize how stiff you are until you actually start stretching it out. That's what happens when all I do on my days off is just lay around. Yeah, see, I would have thought it was in the first game. That's why I was like, what? Why'd you say it like that, Relikai? Stiff, huh? Why'd you say it like that? Yeah, that's exactly what I mean, Val. Thank you for, explaining it. We heard this one at the start of the stream, so I'm going to choose to skip it. Hey! Actually, I think we're just in time for... just in time. Oh. There was no post-credits. Okay. The end. Result. 72 out of 66. What do you mean 3 out of 4 pins? Where the fuck was the 4th one? What the fuck? I got everything in Onecroft and the Valley. I got everything in Two Town. I was missing one thing in Threedom, one thing in Forburg, and that was, and then 1 pin. Oh, that's frustrating. 12 hours, 37 minutes ain't bad, though. Before I forget, I'm just immediately going to type that in the Discord game of the month. 12 hours, 37 minutes. And of course, 1 second is very important to write down, just so it's there for when I go back later. Okay. Yeah, see, I'm like 72 out of 66 makes me have this weird feeling that there's more bullshit hiding. But I mean, that's pretty good. That, like, you know what? For not attempting to innately go for everything, I could have done so much worse. So, I mean, again, I enjoyed this game overall. I think the combat has really good ideas. For, like, a first attempt at a game like this, based on ideas, and I mean... it was just an off-the-wall game that EA just made to make, I guess, which, I mean, same thing as I mentioned, I think in Stream 1 of, like, Ubisoft also in the past just deciding on a whim to make good games. Just give this random concept a go, and it works out. I think this game was really good. I think the narrator was arguably, like, the worst character, and probably the most frustrating part of the game, up until they're given more context towards the end. Dialogue is slower than hell and people have too much to say was like my biggest criticism, realistically speaking. Like, it's a lot. And unfortunately, it's combined with the fact that the audio is not done very well. Yeah, it's an EA game. Or it's an EA publish, I think. I don't quite recall. I could be wrong on that one. But where is my Steam to pull it up? Don't play music. There we go. Yeah, publisher was Electronic Arts. It was like, they had like, I don't want to say it was an indie label or whatever, but they, in the past, were pushing to like publish more smaller games. It was developed by Zoink and Thunderful, though, which I believe Thunderful is the one who's doing the prequel. So the narrator was a pain in the butt. The dialogue was slow and there was realistically too much of it. And it combines with the fact that the audio was not done well enough in that you will advance text, and the audio, my guess is, internally within the game's like programming and files and such, they don't have every single line divided into its own file to save space or like file total. I don't fucking know. This is me just purely guessing, speculating. So when you start mashing through the text to try and just read it faster than they'll ever read it themselves, one like voice file, in my assumption here, ends up being like 3 to 4 lines of text. So you'll be listening to them say some other bullshit while you're reading something completely different that's like 2 mashes ahead. And then you'll mash again, and then finally it flips to the next voice file. So if you're trying to go faster, it gets really awkward to read it at the same time it's being read to you, because then it doesn't sync up. And there's an awkward audio thing that we experienced towards the end of the game where some characters will just start talking over the other ones, even when you're in, like, it's not a cutscene, so to speak, but you're in, like, a one-on-one conversation with someone. And then somebody else in the general vicinity, because they're just talking, will just start fucking talking over the conversation, and it's really awkward. I don't know why that is. I think combat has a lot of potential. I think it's really good overall. Genuinely, my biggest gripe is the fact that you are completely gated by having to wait for crystals to spawn on enemies to shoot them down or blow them up or whatever you might do, to then get energy to keep rolling, because if you get unlucky, enemies just don't fucking spawn them, and you're just sitting there waiting, and it sucks. If you get unlucky, you roll, and you roll a 1 and a 2, and a 1 and a 2, and a 1 and a 2, over and over again, like I did towards the start of stream, and you're just sitting there waiting for something to happen, and that fucking sucks. I think there needed to be a much more I don't want to, because, I mean, technically speaking, breaking crystals is active. I don't know if it should have had a passive, like, generation of energy. I don't know. But, like, realistically, that was the worst part of combat, is, like, the occasional moment where you just get unlucky and don't roll anything good. And or you're just sitting there waiting for crystals to spawn, to break them, to get energy to roll, to start combat going. I honestly think you should have started with full energy every time combat kicked off. I think that would have saved so much fucking trouble. I think that was probably the easiest solution, is just combat starts, you immediately are charged and can throw a hand out. And you can get yourself set up and then go. Because you start with nothing. And you just sit there and wait. And even if they are spawning crystals and there's like 3 enemies, you're still sitting there waiting to break several of them to then collect the energy to then finally be able to throw. If you wait for a full hand, you could just grab one and immediately throw, but there's no guarantees you get anything useful. And then I don't think traps, for the most part, should damage you. I think that was a really weird decision. Bombs make sense. I was perfectly fine with bombs exploding and hurting me too. That's a punishment for my positioning. I was cool with that. But then if you place down hazards like cannons or the D8 of Hate, where every time it pulsates damage, you take damage too. Or if you walk in front of your acid spitter, you take damage for some reason. I don't think that was, like, warranted. It felt very awkward. Especially in big part because there's other hazards that you can send out, like the Giant Fist or the Spirit of Hate or whatever the fuck it's called, Four Towns Revenge or some shit, where you can walk in front of them and don't take any damage, but they're effectively the same kind of hazard. So, like, inconsistency there felt really weird. But, like, very good game overall. Yeah, that's exactly why I said that. Very good game overall. The narrative was okay. I did mention it earlier. I think the game overall would have benefited from leaning more towards PG-13. I think it leaned on being too childish most of the time, frankly. We already had the whole conversation with Dicey speaking his own language and the captions reflecting that, but no other character that didn't speak English didn't have captions that were in English. Like, it was really weird. Yeah, I mean, great game overall. I'm glad I finally played it, and we're going to shift to the demo now, but the Eternal Die demo, I'm going to kick that up. And it already has taken over the screen. Yeah, I have zero regrets playing this game finally. It was definitely a very good choice. Hello? I'm gonna have to close it from over here, I think. There we go. Now I need to change these things on Twitch just to be sure that I'm not lying to people, I guess. Lost in random. The Eternal Die. There we go. Good. Cool. You can wishlist this now if you want to. You can do that from the game, apparently. I adjusted settings earlier, so we should be fine. For experienced roguelike players or those seeking a challenge, for players with less experience seeking a moderate challenge, let's just go experience. I'm not very good at roguelites, but still. If the game is unbalanced audio-wise, you're going to have to tell me. It's hard for me to tell,
Once upon
sadly.
a time,
Oh, that is loud.
in the wonderful kingdom,
At least on my end.
everyone lived happily, in order and in prosperity.
What is this font?
This was all thanks to the great Queen Alexandra, who fairly wielded the power of the ancient black dye. But this black dye was an ally of many faces.
Haha, I see what
As
you did there.
corruption spread, betrayal followed, and the kingdom soon fell like pieces on a board.
Hey, it's me.
In this chaos, a sister's life was lost. But a long-lost friend
Fortune.
returned. Fueled by vengeance, the reunited pair challenged the evil before them.
Is this a prequel?
But the odds were not in their favor. And our heroes found themselves.
Okay, so like, this is effectively the post-credits I was anticipating.
Black die.
Okay, maybe it is a sequel. I'm confused. Oh my god, it is a sequel. Okay, I'm gonna change the title again.
Fortune?
Yeah, I was gonna change it to prequel sequel question mark, but this seems quite confidently to be a sequel now. Oh my god, they're doing it again? No!
Of course I'm Alexandra. Who else would I... By the dice makers. Fortune, I am smaller. Weaker too.
You're younger, there's a
How long
difference.
have we been trapped here? Never mind. It changes nothing. Let us destroy this place, one way or another.
Okay, I did not expect this to be a sequel. Oh my god, we're fast. Okay. I thought the sword is broken. Oh, I rolled a 6 right off the bat. That charge attack is already infinitely better than the one from the base game. Dash on A is better than dash on B, I'm not gonna lie. This plays really smooth already. Are there still kids in here?
Alexandra, fortune at last.
Yeah.
Who are you?
After all I've done for you, well, I am the knight, the body of the Black Die, the one you blame for losing everything.
Good. Then stop playing around and face my vengeance.
Oh, we will play, Alexandra, for I have prepared a game just for you.
Huh. I'm like trying to RP walk and you just move at full speed. Same portal, that's cool. I want to play a game sound.
Enters the board.
Oh shit. Equip ancient cards to unleash their magic powers. Alex can only carry one card at a time. Okay. Hold and release Y to do a card attack. Release during the flash for a perfect. Card attacks cost energy charges. Collect shards by hitting enemies with a weapon. Bring forth an ancient bouncing icosahedron. That inflicts stun. Oh, so it's the fucking D20 card that we had. I wonder why they renamed it. Oh my god. Fog of War. Yeah, it feels pretty good so far. Coffers contain old forgotten magic treasures. Place them on the board to gain powers. On the board? Okay. Match 3 or more of the same color to harness a boost. Interesting. Matching colors must be aligned in straight, horizontal. My brain was like in straight lines and then saw diagonally and it said, huh? But I guess technically, so they have to be in diagonal, horizontal, or vertical lines. Cool. Pearls are mainly used for color matching and break when harnessed. Huh? Relics grant unique passive powers and do not break when harnessed for boosts. Okay, I don't fully follow that. That's something I'll have to learn through using them, but... Throwing Fortune significantly increases the critical chance of the next card attack. Charged weapon hits inflict chill. Charged weapon hits inflict poison. Do I want poison or chill? Ah, saw, yes. Not my cup of tea. We're gonna do poison. I'm hoping it's just more useful in this game. Press left trigger. Huh. Wow. Poison, burn, lightning, chill, time stop, weak stun. Luck. Match treasures of this color to boost luck, increasing the chance for crits with weapons and card attacks. Very interesting. There's only one direction to go. Okay. If you press and hold, it'll just keep dashing. That's cool. That's a new enemy, by the way. Wait, not left trigger. What was the one that throws the dice? How do I throw fortune? I already forgot. There it is. I'm intrigued by the fact that you could just whip him around, but that, the ability to just in mid-combat just do that is, I'm annoyed I'm gonna make this comparison because people have already done it, and I was like, that's stupid. Now I see why. That's Hades. Like, anyways. Oh, it did say choose. I probably shouldn't have just. Trap's not activating? Probably because it's not. Okay, I'm cool with them not activating when the combat's not up. Whiff. Oh, you have to pick him up. Bruh. Yeah, he was activating the trap. Enemies can activate traps, which is cool. I don't fucking know what either of these are. Chunks of misery, fear, and misfortune, born from the burning or of dark fuel, or when a soul is freed from corruption. I'm really glad dash can just be held. She got defeating a poisoned foe. Oh, okay, so they do have stuff that rolls based on, you have weighted chance for things that would synergize. Fuck yes. Defeating a poisoned foe increases the damage for the next dice throw by 50%. Letting a poison expire from a foe conjures multiple poison needles. Upon rolling a 1, fortune inflicts weak. I was wondering if tossing fortune was going to start doing anything. Cool. One Croft teapot. I like this one on the thought that there's enemies that I'm probably going to end up smacking once and leaving alone for a little bit. This one also seems like it's going to be more useful, though. But let's try something different. I feel like the one I picked is going to trigger less often than the one I was considering, but I also have zero problems with just testing it, you know? You. Okay, I can be casting a lot more often than I have been. Like, you charge energy pretty quickly. Hypnos. Crushed pips. Oh. I can only go this direction for now. Manny! What the fuck? It's a different one! Manny checks. It's not Manny Dex, it's Manny checks. What the hell?
And a dice wielder at that. Did I win the old raffle or something?
What the fuck?
A merchant inside the black die?
Not any merchant. Manny Checks, the best trader around if you ask me. Also the only one to be
fair.
Never knew I'd cherish Monopoly this much. I tell
What tea do you
it
have?
makes saving up for that big pension a whole lot easier.
I didn't ask. Damn.
What you having?
You can buy health, a relic coffer. Oh, a max health boost. Gotcha. A pearl coffer. I don't fucking know what that does yet. If I leave this room, can I not purchase again? I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping I can turn around eventually. Bait? Defeating a foe rewards a stack of 5% increased weapon damage, resets upon taking damage. I can't trust myself enough for that. Upon rolling a 6, inflict time stop. Fuck. Every second attack gains 1% increased crit chance, resetting upon critical hit. I don't hate that. Let's do that. If I get a luck, I can put them vertically. If I get another damage, I put them horizontally. Interesting. Okay. I really like this so far. It already feels very good.
Challenge accepted.
The fact that tossing fortune does AoE damage is so nice. I will have to get used to tossing him depending on the enemy, though. Because he starts, like, at a different place than I would necessarily expect. Oh, but I can toss him over shit like that. That's cool. What you got? Relics and pearls can be placed on top of each other. This destroys the replaced treasure. And, okay, I don't follow this still, but destroying a relic removes its powers. Already harnessed boosts remain. What? It's fucking confusing. Critical hits conjure a bouncing gust. Losing health reduces damage taken from the next source. That's cool. Defeating a poison foe increases damage. Oh, fuming gas lamp showed up again. Okay. Damn, there's a lot of paths. Oh, is that shielding? Okay, shields are very strong. Okay. Choose health 30 coins because I want to interact with Manny Checks. That's her name. Use the map to fast travel to specific previously discovered important rooms. Oh, cool. I could just port back to her. And this is the exit to the floor. Awesome. Thank goodness for that. Give me more health, please. Thank you. Let's go down. This is really good so far. Timing. I'm hoping there's boost to perfect dodging. Because I missed the blink already. Color match to boost conjurations. The pearl breaks in the process. Color match to boost cards. Okay, so we're gonna boost conjurations here. Yeah. But it breaks. Okay. So putting the pearl in broke the purple that existed on what was already there. So now I just have the boost, but the general skill, I guess? I don't fucking know how I want to call that. But now I have a 50% boost to Conjuration's Harness. Match treasures of this color to boost Conjuration damage. So now I just have more poison damage. Very interesting. Okay. So you want to line things up and inevitably shatter their colors with a pearl, because when you do that, you get boosted stats. Interesting. That's a mechanic. If I'm understanding that properly.
What's your step, Fortune?
Thank you for that warning. Hee. Owza, dude. Pip dust. Still don't know what that does. It might be a meta currency. If there is one. Okay. Cool. Color match to boost Conjurations, Pearl Breaks. Huh. I'm gonna put that there. Because we can hold on to them for later, it seems. Okay. The only thing we have left is going north. Oh, shit. But you can only carry one card at a time. Unleashes a fire cone that inflicts burn. I will leave that. I don't particularly want that. Okay, so we've done effectively everything on this floor. The only thing left is to just buy something. It's too bad you can't grab it and then just sell it, but it's fine. Take the heal. Thank you. And now let's go to the exit. One second here. I don't know if that was a... I have a DM, and I'm not going to call anyone out by name. It's not a name I've ever seen in stream before, and I can't tell if it's from a bot or not. But they said, your energy and gameplay makes your streams truly unforgettable. And I'm like torn between saying thank you so much and being like, is that an automated message? Okay. I'm just going to assume good intent, real human being. Thank you for the kind words. I will not call you out by name because not everyone's cool with that. Oh, dude, the pots can actually drop heals. Thank you. Thank goodness. All right, so there are floors to this. That's good. Absolutely automated? Don't say that. Come on. I want to feel good. All right, is this going to be like a boss floor kind of thing? How much is interactable breakable?
We have
Huh?
visitors.
Duchess Doublet.
Sweet Princess
Duke.
Natalia,
Okay.
it must have been decades.
Oof.
Are you blind? Natalia is dead.
Okay, one of them knows.
Is Alexandra, the wretched girl who threw our
Yeah, I'm not going to say no one talks like that.
black dye.
The wretched girl who threw our dead and dry bones into the... Wow. Damn.
Fifth cousins Dublé. Pestering
Excuse
my
me,
childhood
Dublé.
wasn't enough. I hoped I had seen the last of you.
Well, Mayor the Knight recognized our true worth. And
I'm not going to ban them unless they show up and start spamming stuff in chat. Like, people are allowed to DM me. The DMs are open. Mind you, DMs are not common on Twitch. I have no problem with this. I would like to assume good intent, okay? That it's a real human being just spouting kind words, which is hell yeah.
Unfortunately, this little adventure ends now.
Don't be mean, Dublé. Spear armor, scepter armor. Oh, Sextopia. Ow. see. Unfortunately, oh my god, what? Absolutely could have landed on me. I thought I dodged that. I did not. Let's not bullet hell this, please. Not my strong suit, not gonna lie. Oh my god. Fine, it's my first time doing this. I don't expect to win. Oh my god, if it's next to a wall, it immediately detonates. Ugh. I did not. Fine. Thought I was better timing than that. Oh god. Don't like that. I thought I dodged. Oh, bruv. I thought I dodged. This is brutal. I like it. Fucking ass to your timing. Oh my god, yeah.
What a tragic, tasteful ending.
Yeah, that was rough. I got my ass beat. I don't think that the one boon or whatever the fuck we picked up that, like, if poison finishes ticking, it does stuff. I don't think that did anything once. We're in the discard pile, including a lot of cardboard cutouts.
A dice wielder. Oh, luck has finally turned.
I like the bird on your head.
Welcome to the sanctuary.
Sanctuary? Everything went dark and then we fell into a pile of junk.
In your American stream with a game with a lot of British voices.
Yes.
I don't want to...
Death is not fine here.
Bruv in my American stream coming from the Xenoblade Chronicles fan.
But in you, I see hope. You can break us free from Mare's daunting grasp.
If defeating
goodness,
Mare
could I?
is what it takes to destroy the Black Dye, then...
It is. Hurry. Find me at the mysterious portal.
Is that comfortable for you? Okay. Pip Dust, I was right. That is a meta currency. We will eventually unlock that. I like that we're using a Shattered Sword still. That's going to be a robot we inevitably repair from the looks of it. Why use the actual bridge when I could just not?
There's something about this fountain. Those statues.
They look like the visionary heads. Oh my god. It's not Uma. This is Ama, but
That wonderful smell.
those were the creatures that helped create Dice Wielders.
Armor? Impossible. I ended you. You and your sisters.
And yet, here we are, feeding Mare with our misery. But with my blessings, we can restore your lost strength.
Interesting.
Blessings? You'd sooner curse me. Keep your filthy magic away.
That's true, it will cost me extra.
Your strength or not?
Choose a blessing. Each slot offers 2 blessings. Only one can be active at a time. Increases max health. Increases the amount of max health granted by Shard of Vitality. So just a guaranteed extra 5 health, or get 5 extra health total every time we upgrade it. Increases all damage dealt to regular foes. Increases all damage dealt to Mare's higher servants. So I want regular damage or boss damage. Okay. Defeating a foe conjures extra energy shards. Hitting foes with fortune conjures energy shards. That's fucking good. I want that one. Okay. Oh, you have to fucking purchase them individually? Oh. Fine, take the rest of my pips.
You'll be back.
I certainly will.
You'll pack while we restore you. You must rescue my Diceling children. They're alone, hiding in Mare's games. Save them, Queen.
That was a very spiteful use of the word queen. Okay, side quest unlocked.
Ah, you look ready? Enter Mare's dark games here. But beware, these challenges are rigged, and no two visits are alike. Rooms twist and turn, treasures are found and lost again. A foe that you have beaten returns.
Random rules.
There it is.
This journal might provide some sense of order along the way. Now, if anyone can defeat Mare and lead us out of this nightmare, it is you. Best of luck, Dice Wielder.
Huh. He like actually walks. That's cool. I like that a lot. Journal granted. Place of order when everything else is random. Manny checks. The eldest member of the Mannies, famed merchant family renowned for their demand-driven deals and knack for appearing wherever there's coin. True. Good God, true. Fortune, Alexander. Wow, I like that we have our own entry as an ally to ourselves. Wow, that's a lot of other characters. Okay. Alexandra has lost everything. Her sister Natalia, her kingdom of random, her powers, but she will have revenge and end the black die no matter what or who that gets in her way. Queen takes knight. What the fuck? What is this? Vanquish the Doublés and enter the next realm and it'll unlock more. Alexandra's trusty dice companion and her last connection to her sister, Natalia. Broken for decades, Fortune has now been pieced back together and ready to roll. You had to do that. We can get more info on Amma if we do more stuff. We need to save a Diceling. One of the wonderful witch sisters cast in the black die during the war. Read that. Marble statue happens to be suspiciously kind, welcoming, and chatty. Incredibly convinced that Alexandra's is the one who will defeat Mare and get them out. Cool. I'm not going to read everything. Not yet, anyways. We'll probably do 1 or 2 more runs, and then I'm probably going to call it an evening.
I'm stronger.
Dude,
Mama's blessings are working.
I'm going to say it now. This is a really fucking good game already, I can tell. Like, it feels very good. The fact that I could immediately kind of click with what's going on here feels really good. Obviously, what it says on screen is that it's a demo. You can pick this demo up right now and play it if you so want to try this game out. If you like Hades, you're going to like this. Hades was fun. I never finished it, though. Create a tide of sand that inflicts time stop. Well, that'll let us practice what time stop does. Yeah, this feels really good so far. I can see a lot of potential with this, and I can see why a lot of the reviews are positive. Apparently, the game has like the demo has like 3+ hours minimum of content if you wanted to try it. Okay, time stop does what I expected. It's more of like a sleep effect in most games where you hit them once and they wake back up. I'm still okay with that, of course. Yeah, this feels just so smooth. That's what's really nice. It's so different, but already I like what's going on here. They aren't really, like, carrying over a lot of the mechanics, which is unfortunate. They're, like, carrying over concepts from the first game, which is still fine. Letting time stop expire inflicts burn. At encounter start, weapon damage is increased by 50%. Oh, that's cool. Weapon hits have a 20% chance to summon a Seeking Wisp, which just does damage. Well, of course I like little goons. Give me that. I have no complaints about having little guys do half the work for me. Ever. This is just an empty room. So we didn't see it at all in today's stream, because I guess we exhausted it in like the 4th area, but the first game had like board game battles, which were really an interesting concept, and every single one of them have a different objective, but use the mechanics the same way, where whenever I rolled dicey, the piece would move, and most of them were the same concept of you just want to get your piece to the end of the board with different things obstructing your ability to do it. I forgot I could charge attack already. There was one where every time you rolled, it would bring out more objects from above, and I just had to fill up a hole in the middle of the arena with enough of them to lower a ladder. That was a fun concept. There was one that fucking sucked. It was the worst one, realistically, where there was just a cannon in the middle of the room and, like, a huge, like, moat between us, and I had to shoot down a tower that was on that cannon by moving a piece a bunch of times to keep rolling the cannon on my end to shoot. That one fucking sucked. It took forever. It could have had half health and still been terrible, but, like, much better. But they were interesting concepts, and I liked them a lot, and I'm really hopeful the board game battle concept comes back in this game somehow. I'm honestly kind of disappointed that the end of the base game didn't use a board game battle of any capacity, because I feel like that would have been the perfect time for it. Like, it feels weird to have brought the concept into the game at all, to then just not use it past the 4th area, where in the 4th area, they load you with, like, fucking 3 of them in a row, and it sucked because they overloaded you in that area specifically. Like, that was the biggest problem I had with it, is that there was just too many in one spot. When they didn't let it breathe, it should have been, like, 1 in each area, 2 max, and then it would have been infinitely better. Instead of 1, 1, 1, 3. It was, and then like none. Yes, definitely max health. Thank you. So I'm hoping board game battles come back in this game in some capacity, because the concept alone is so interesting. I was right.
Wait, a masked adventurer and a living, breathing die?
Arguably. Hey, look, there's a dice thing there. I see it.
It speaks? Impossible. What are you, one of Mayor's minions?
No, the Formageddon brought me here.
Formageddon.
He broke me, discarded me. Please, Rakdos wants to be whole.
So his body is the one that we encountered.
Quiet! You'll bring foes and misfortune straight to us. Promise to stay silent, and we will make you whole again.
Silence it is! Just find my body and attach my head to it. Thank you, thank you.
The head of an ancient, mechanized, and loudly speaking pawn named Rack. Supposedly there's a body somewhere it can be attached to. We have already seen that. Hello, Diceling! Drained and abandoned Dicelings cast into the Black Die by Alexandra during the No Dice War. Weak but alive, unlike their fallen dice wielders. Fuck. Well, that confirms dice can live longer than their wielders. The question then is, can they have more than one wielder over time? Dude, this game feels so good already. I honestly might play this demo on stream again. Pip dust, cinders. We still don't know what cinders do we? What do we got? Wrath of Stars. Echoes a desperate cry that knocks back foes and inflicts stun. I'm down with that. I like that it doesn't just immediately delete the other one. That's good. I was worried that I would just lose access to the Sands of Time entirely. I'm glad it doesn't do that. Traps not activating after you've exited a room is such a good decision. Thank you. Okay. Oh, okay. Never mind. I was like, oh, you can totally just walk over a trap after it's up. But no, you cannot. Boost conjurations. Boost dice throws. I don't even... We have a conjuration thing currently. So we need a third one slotted in, and that will increase our stats. Cool.
That's a new one. Let's bring it down.
Okay, oh my god, same move he had in the base game, but with an alteration. Yikes. Game loud. Charge weapon attacks emit lightning. Losing health reduces damage taken from next source. Perfect card attacks increase weapon damage. That's fucking cool, but that will never last long enough. Let's do wired spool. That's, dude, this is such an interesting idea that it, like, picks away at the colors that they have so that you could slot in different combinations as you go. It's a matter of, eventually you can choose to start sacrificing some of these, just replacing them outright. You lose their effect, but you've gained their stats if you've pearled them. I like that a lot. That's a really interesting idea. Not one I've gotten to test, but interesting. This is the Sword of Sixtopia. Good to know. 10, 15, 20. Charge attack will do effectively the combined damage of second and third attack normals. Good to know. I see a lot of interesting concepts, which is what I felt on the first game. Hi, Manny.
Gotta say, this version of the old castle isn't much to write home about. What a ready knockoff.
You visited the castle where I grew up? Back in Sixtopia?
Manny's a lot quieter than Alex.
Oh, long before a little thing like you started rolling die. Had a standing invitation too. Royal stamp of approval and all.
Oh, wow.
That's what offering the best wares around will buy you. Nothing like this cheap imitation.
Cool. I definitely want to get something that alters the dice throw, because I'm using it very actively already. It's very easy to use it actively. Also, let me tell you, I definitely miss the card we had in the first round. Conjurations. Oh, just shove that there, I guess. Ooh. Howza. Losing health reduces damage taken. Defeating a foe launches a poison splash at a nearby foe. Card attacks increase weapon damage by 25% for 3 seconds. I mean, it's not like it's bad. Okay, also matching them does get rid of as well. So now I just have 50% boosted weapon damage, which is pretty cool. The problem is now that, at least until I slot other things in particular ways, getting... I will have to either open up a diagonal, or I have to open up the bottom section for a vertical to actively get boosts out of cards now, because I have to go straight down or in a diagonal. So it's like interesting to like theory craft how you have to throw things in specific orders. Board game? Yes. Oh my god, it does exist. Color match to boost luck, color match to boost weapon, pearl breaks in the process. I want luck. Putting it there. It's not quite a board game, battle like I was anticipating, but it is using the mechanics, so I can only complain so much. Oh my god. Being above 50% in health increases all damage dealt. That's cool. Carrying Fortune has a chance to spawn a Seeking Icicle. Carrying Fortune grants a chance to shoot a firework. I like this. Now the question is, do I want to aim for a diagonal? No. I probably shouldn't, strictly because that'll block the purple. So we're going to want to put this here. I have to slot something here to unlock the next ones, maybe? I'm not entirely certain. This is fascinating. Thank you. Oh, you're just gone. Okay. That's fun. I like that. Oh my god. Their faces have been torn out of the picture. Cool. And I wonder how people feel. Oh, another dice sling. Didn't expect to see a second one on this floor. What about bingo? That's a game. Conjures a slow revolving storm cloud that strikes nearby foes with lightning. Critical hits from lightning conjure new lightning strikes. Wow. Increases the chance to evade all sources of damage. There's just evasion? Charged ice cream scoop. Wow. Well, put that there, I guess. Alright, entrance. We could go back to Manny. I'm gonna go back and swap my card. I think I prefer the range time stop than the risk of getting in everyone's face. To do the roar, or whatever the hell it is. Call me Shrek, I guess. What is it? It's called Wrath of Stars. Echoes a Desperate Cry. Yeah, it didn't, like, it communicates a different range than it actually is, but also it feels like I have to get too close, and in the midst of combat, that's not always going to be the right option, so. This way. The fact that I just picked up a fucking ice cream scoop is so funny to me. However, that lightning damage is clean. I felt that immediately. Get over here. Coins, health, let's restore health. Another diceling. That's 3 already. Wow. I only have 40. I can't afford anything from Manny. Let's just keep moving. Oh my god, Ashling's... Nah, damn it. Every time I notice her blepping and I try to shift to take a photo of it, she moves. It's the loosest little blep. I can't startle her. Yes. Alright. Sorry, I needed that picture. It was very important. I wonder if we're gonna get alternate weapons. It seems like we will.
How precious! The child is back, love.
Oof.
How did your adventure go? Defended the castle against some evil monster?
You hopeless bonehead! It's Alexandra. And look, she even broke the family sword.
Context, okay.
Must have been a huge monster then. Show me how you use that sword to defeat it.
I'd be more than happy to, fifth cousins.
That's a very distant cousin. Wow, I kind of destroyed her fucking health bar. Mace armor, it's different this time. I will immediately say it's fucking easier than the last armor. Owza, never mind. I did not think I was going to be in that. That's on me. I think the game is actually very accurately focusing the correct one. I fear the spear a lot more than the mace. The mace is slow and lumbering. I thought it was going to Ornstein and Smo me for a moment and empower the mace. Fuck me, I walked into that. Cool, second try. Slippery tap shoes. Increases the time lightning travels. Oh, that's sick. Critical hits from a lightning conjure new lightning strikes. That's also very good. Let's do that. Okay, so these are just the only slots I have to play with, which means unless I replace... Oh, well... We're going to put another Lucky down here. If we can get another Conjuration, it goes there. That'll break the Pearl, which means if we put a yellow one in there, it breaks those. Perfect. Okay. That's, you know, a lot of ifs, but I see the vision. Low-key got my ass beat, but that's okay. Second try. It happens. Oh, thank God. Garment. A perfect face for the imperfect princess. Royal visage. I don't know if that's like a story item or if I'm going to be able to swap. Nothing else? Okay. You completed the demo. Cool. So right now there's only the first 2 floors. There's more story content, of course. Which is what people were talking about 3 to 4 hours with the content for. Hi, Chance.
I see you returning from Mayor's Dark Games. Don't let defeat cloud you with misery.
To be fair,
That's
I
what
did
Mayor
succeed on
wants.
that one.
Instead, use it as a strategic move. A queen sacrifice to conquer the board slowly.
I have a weird feeling about Chance. Alright, let's go put the head in.
So, let's attach the pawn's head to the giant lethal-looking robot body. What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing at all. Never.
My body, at last. Rack is back and betting on black. I feel so broken. Would you mind doing me a favour, miss?
Legs?
Does this favor by any chance involve pulling weapons out of your body?
Yes, bit of the good old rack creation.
Damn it.
Loosen these deadly accessories. If you can bring me cinders, I can become whole again. Nothing burns better in the belly. Look.
Oh, that's what the cinders are for. Okay. Purchase. So cinders allow you to purchase other weapons. We have the bow, the lance, and the hammer. Cool. Oh, so what the fuck? 7? What? Lance of Lady Luck. The fact that they're like renaming some of them is interesting. 11. So now we're up to 7 and 11. Interesting. I cannot actually purchase these for some reason.
See? We'll have these weapons out of my body and into
It
your
might be
hands
just to
in no
demonstrate,
time.
but
I'm sure of it. Rack's
okay.
open.
So yeah, I still can't purchase it. It says purchase hold, but I cannot do that. So, don't know what's up with that. Enhancements. Weapons offer several enhancement paths, each unlocking unique effects that can only be one path active at a time. The original version of the Sword of Sextopia. Random sharpness increases critical chance by 4%. Increases damage dealt from critical weapon hits. Oh, it's like charging it. Oh, sick. That's cool. Turns charge attacks into a range windstorm. Increases the duration of it. The windstorm spawns lesser winds when it expires. Last hit of combo gains a chance to inflict burn. Only a chance. Increases the chance to inflict burn on the last... Okay. It increases the duration of all burn inflictions, regardless of source. Restores health with every 12th foe defeated. Jesus. Reduces the number of foes needed in order to restore health. Defeating a foe with a dice throw grants a heal if the roll results in a 6. Yeah, they're either story-based or they're not actually in the demo outside of just demonstrating that they exist. The last one, I see the purpose of it, but it's not one I would realistically use. That's cool, though. I like this. It's that, or maybe we have to, like, purchase an enhancement or two. And you can do it more than once. That's what I was super curious about. You only have to get one level in an enhancement to get the following one. Wow. Cool. Max level, so we have 12% base crit chance on the sword now. Alright.
Slash and dash, Alex.
Diceling.
Oh, my children. Do you smell it? The aroma of randomness.
Sure.
There are more of them in there. Save them.
Okay. Oh, wow. Thanks.
Feeling stronger, Queen?
That's so useful.
You'll be back soon.
You're completely correct. Alright. Yeah, so that was the end of Lost in Random, as well as the very initial 2 runs of the demo. We have no idea what's past that yet. I think this is pretty fucking good. I thought the game itself, the base game, was good. And this, like I said, doesn't take too many of the mechanics. It takes a lot of the concepts, though, and it does it pretty fucking well. It controls it very well. That's the big thing, is it feels good to play. And you can't always say that, sadly. I am going to call stream here.